Hello, hello, hello. Top of the morning, evening, afternoon, and happy New Year's Eve to everybody. 2024 coming in hot. How's everybody feeling this morning?
Good.
Pumped up.
Pumped up?
Yeah, relaxed.
Relaxed.
Wait,
pumped, bro.
Got
It's a new year. You get
Not yet. That's
No,
tomorrow.
2 feet.
That's tomorrow.
yeah, but it's
Good.
but you're the next day over. You got to be pumped. Like it's the day.
All right,
You
I'm gonna
could
get
put
pumped.
all this shit behind you in one day. It's a whole new year. No,
So you mean to tell me everything that I did throughout the whole year gets
Does not matter.
erased because tomorrow
That's
it
right.
doesn't matter.
That's right.
Nice.
Gone.
That's right. Thank you,
All right.
John.
I like that.
Thank you, Lance. Thank
So I
you.
should- So what you're telling me is I could curse out everybody I don't like today, but tomorrow it's like it never happened.
Absolutely, it
Right.
never
Blank slate.
happened. It never. That's the thing, though. Right. That's what New Year's is. You get to wipe everything away. It doesn't matter anymore.
I didn't know that.
So today is the day to cheat on your wife, cheat on your husband. This is the day, bro. There's no other better day than today.
And
Okay.
then 2
Come-
minutes after
come
12,
12.
you can go, what are you talking about? That was last year. You're still
Yeah,
bringing that up?
Yeah, you're still on this shit. Like,
I like that. Okay. Okay.
oh yes. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. You guys always start this off. Like you always start off with donation. You're supposed to do it at the end, but it's fine that you do it in the beginning. All right, so there's some stuff I want to talk about, man. A lot. There's a lot. First off, let's talk about Jordan's jacket. Like, do you plan on going somewhere in the middle of the stream, or is that like a blazer? What is that?
Oh, that's just the same kind of thing you were wearing.
Okay, you're just so it's a stylish statement.
Oh, no, it's cold here.
Okay, so it's not a fashion statement. It's I'm fucking freezing. I gotta warm myself up. Okay, all right. You started tapping the bottle already, or
No, it's, well, give it an hour or so. Hour or two.
okay? All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys celebrate big. We were saying yesterday how odd it is. Spade, you get a kick out of this. That the Belgians, what they like to do is they start the New Year's hot. They started at 3 p.m. They started at 3 p.m. and they go on to they start drinking at 11. So from 3 to 11, which is a work day, so 3 to 11, they just hang out and shit. And then come 11, they start getting drunk. And then by 12:05, everybody's out. I said the way we do it in the States is you start big, 10, 11, go hard to 3, 4, and call it a wrap.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah. I don't know what they do in Europe, but this is supposed to be the party animals, right? Isn't that what you perceive Europeans to be? Fucking wild and tits out and their dicks on the table, cocaine's on their
You
nostrils.
guys are. That's weird because we actually think you guys are, so.
I don't know. You guys like to spend a lot of quality time together. We like to just get fucked up and dip. You know what I mean?
And see, the difference is the Europeans, they do quality time while drinking. They're not drinking to get fucked up. They're drinking just to have their drinks. And then later on, 5 hours later, they're all drunk.
Well, you always have that one relative, the weird uncle or something, that's blind drunk at 2 in the afternoon or
I
something.
like
But
him. He always gets really racist at a certain point.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Does he touch people too or no?
yeah,
No,
obligatory.
that's-
Is he? So this is Uncle Diddles, by the way.
Uncle Diddle
Diddle the jams.
Nice.
or Auntie
So
Jammy.
he's the party. He's the party bringer, huh? He's really putting it on the
He
table.
starts the party. Nice.
Yeah, I don't
Ends
know.
up shirt off, necktie around.
Bandana.
See, that sounds like me. So am I the Uncle
on the
Diddles
table.
that diddles the jammies? Because that is me, bro. Shirt off, bandana on, tie around the balls. That's me. That's what I do on New Year's.
Very racist.
That sounds like me too. I might be that guy. That's it.
Nice.
has to apologize to the entire family the second day of,
Not
of
me.
New Year.
Yeah, that's
But he
not
doesn't
me.
know what he's done anymore, so it's kind of
Mm-mm.
difficult and awkward.
Not me. No, it's not me.
Why am I
So,
apologizing today?
speaking of racism, speaking of something in that field, I would like to cover. So, do you guys have anything hot, or do you want me to go right into it? It's probably me because your subjects usually suck balls. So, it's like, oh yeah, I got this info. I got some crazy news about this AI opening up a subway toll by itself. That's not. That's not good.
Really?
Yeah, that's not good. You might cover that somewhere else. So we're gonna jump into it. When we went to school, again, I don't know in Europe, so this is more of an American thing. But when we went to school, if you were gay, it was frowned upon. Right? If you were gay, you were called a what? Anybody?
Fag.
A faggot.
Faggot, queer, homosexual. I don't know anybody that really used that. Homo. These are words that we would say. And these words would essentially stop people from acting or being gay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to come out back then, you would be brave because, well, fear of persecution. I mean, depending on how far we would go back, fear of persecution, fear of death, fear of getting your ass kicked from people in school. That goes on and on and on and on and on. And now, you're right. And now they come out and they're brave. Is it because that stuck with them coming out back then being brave? Or is it because they're brave just for admitting it? Opinions. And should we bring that back? Lowered the bar.
Lower the bar. Yeah. Everyone's brave right now. I don't know what I would call a firefighter that goes into a burning building and drags someone out. I need a new word for that person, because if you're calling a guy that comes out, okay, I like to suck dick. Oh, you're so brave. I don't know what to call the firefighter now.
He's like a superhero. A superhero.
Yes. Yep.
That's it.
Hero,
That's
not superhero. Yeah.
If you reintroduce that kind of mindset into the world, I think it all comes back to the same thing: a lack of shame. It was shameful to other people to admit it, and then shameful for your family to find out, and now it's all accepted, which is kind of nice. I still don't think it's the normal thing. I'll tolerate it. I don't think we should kill you or bash you.
castrate you.
Is it the new castrate you?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Did it stick? So it just stuck from being brave back then till now. It's not a new thing. It's just you come out, you're brave.
Well, to start with, you were stupid.
Say again, man.
In the beginning, they called you stupid for coming out, but then, it graduated to, oh, he's brave, he's a hero because he's standing against the rest of the world and he's showing that he's gay or whatever. And I think that stuck too well.
I have a question on that. Why does it matter whether you come out or not?
But your surrounding must know, right?
Exactly. Like, there's no way that you're not going to be found out before you come out. Like, unless, of course, you're really playing it where, like, you're dating women or the opposite, you're dating men, depending on what you are. What difference does it make? Why do I need to know whether you came out or not?
Well,
like,
it's at a point now. But hold on. But it's even at a point now where you don't even need to come out. For instance, the other day we were going to Bree get her glasses, and there's a guy that comes out, and he was at the restaurant delivering, I guess, to the Uber driver. And the way that he comes out and the way that he's standing at the door, like leaning over the door to give them the food, he's like shaking his butt like this. And I said to Bree, that's straight up a gay dude. I bet money. And he was, the car that he was delivering the food to was taking up the whole lane. So I said, that's also a gay person. Like, both of those people are gay. And she's like, why do you say that? Well, that person just doesn't give a shit about anybody else, number one. And number two, the way that guy's standing. And he puts his head up and he's got oh my God, bro. It makes me mad. He has a silver feather earring. And it's one of them dangly spinny shits. Like it looks like a fishing lure hanging out of his friggin' ear. And I'm like, I told you he was gay. And she was like, we should bring this back. So anyway, as he's walking away, he does this shit. And he's wearing sweatpants. Yeah, like the priest is like, oh, hey, let me get that door for you. Excuse me, sweetheart. And he was doing this shit. I'm like, oh my God, bro. And all I'm saying is, I told you he was gay. Like I told you. And then Bree said, whatever, why did we stop using the word faggot? Like what? And I'm sure that neither of the platforms that I'm on are going to like this. But if we went back to that, right? I'm not condoning the use of hurting people's feelings, but in the 80s and the 90s, was it aggressive? Your opinion, yes or no? Was it an abusive term to call somebody that?
Yeah.
You don't think that today's generation makes you believe that it was abusive back then?
Yep.
Because you didn't get beat up over just using that word.
But
we used to call the fanny pack. Hold on, Matthew. We used to call the fanny pack that goes across the front a fag bag. You remember that?
It still is.
Yep.
Okay, but that wasn't offensive. That was just, you got a fag bag on. But somewhere along the line, we said, "Ooh, you can't use that word anymore. That's hurtful." And now we can you give someone that's obese and a fat piece of shit like myself, and you say, "Oh, that's body positivity." It's unhealthy. So would it not be unhealthy to not? Okay, okay.
It's the same way of when you said something like, you wanted to say something was stupid or it was dumb or whatever, and you were like, that shit's gay. You used to be able to say that. You say that now.
Gay. That's gay. That's different. We're talking about the use of the word faggot.
Right. No, I understand that, but I feel it's like the same way though, because they're walking around using the word gay as in it's like this super positive thing. I don't understand how it's such a big deal. It's like, okay, you came out. Why does everyone need to know?
Because it's supposed to be a big moment for them.
But for why though?
Whoop-de-doo-dah.
Like,
Yeah,
okay, so if that's the case,
that.
are you going to walk around and, if something happens to you and be like, ooh, I got a raise today. I need the whole world to know that I got a raise. You understand? Like, why do we need to parade that around?
Not only that, nobody gives you a round of applause when you turn out like 16. Yeah, I like pussy. I'm just like everyone else.
Yeah, so it's like you don't really gain anything out of it. Okay, sure. Maybe
but you don't gain. Hold on, but you don't gain anything out of when you get a raise and you tell people you get a raise. You're just proud of that.
Right. Okay, that's fine. You want to be proud of it, be proud of it, but there's no need to be parading around making such.
But why do you need to be proud of it? Are you proud that you? Okay, legitimate question. Are you proud of eating pussy? That is a true question. Like, are you proud that you like women? No. No, come on now. Nobody's proud of that. It's just right. That's your life. Okay, so if your normalcy is you sucking dick, then great.
That's it. Yeah, exactly my point.
I don't understand why we should be proud for you. Like, what did you do? What?
It's because people want labels. They want a label.
But why does that make you? But why? Even if you get a label, why does that make that a good thing?
Because it defines you. That's why they make it sound like it defines them. Their sexuality defines them. Because you're gay or you're bi or you're this or you're that. Everybody has to look at you differently now. You don't need to do that. You could be
simple fact is the entire generation is raised more feminine than masculine. And
100%.
what's one of the biggest feminine traits? They want attention above all.
They want credit. They want credit. They want credit. They want credit.
So what better way? Hey, listen, I found out today that I'm gay. Oh, you're proud you were here. Proud you were a hero.
Yeah, but why do you even need to act like that? Why? Okay, go a step further. Let's just say you suck dick. Why do you have to act that way?
Oh,
why do you have to be like that? Imitation Game. Hold on. We've seen the movie Imitation Game, right?
Yes.
True story. 100% full-blown fudge packer. Like, we know that. But he didn't, he did kind of portray it. Not really. You could just tell by it. Well, I didn't know the whole movie. No, I kind of knew it. At the end, I was like, I knew it. But that was me just being a cocky asshole. But when you're like that, that's one thing. But then when you're extra flamboyant about it, Why?
See,
Why?
that's the difference between, in my opinion, that's the difference between being gay and being a fag. It's I can all respect
Okay.
and all
Okay.
to a normal gay person that you can't see it. They're gay. That's their problem. They're not like, oh, all the world has to know. I've known people like that where you couldn't tell. But
I
then I
like that.
absolutely hate the over
Over the
feminized,
top. Over the top.
over the top. That's worse than a woman. Why would you be even attracted to
I
that?
got something
Because
for you.
in my mindset, again, if you're gay, whether female or male, if you're gay, that means you as a male are attracted to males.
Sure.
You as a woman are attracted to women. So I would, in my mindset, you would be attracted to the most
I got
male
something.
male you can find, or to the most feminine woman you can find.
I got something. I want to say this before I forget it. If you can be over the top and gay, watch this now. Watch how I flip this. So we know that you're gay and you're over the top. You just need to be that way. So a man that is misogynistic and over the top that way is totally acceptable as well.
Should be.
Yeah, it's just
Because
overly
they're
straight.
both extremes, right? You're
Yeah.
extreme gay. I'm extreme manly. So that's it. Don't say that I'm a cis male. You're a sissy bitch. So you be that way and I'll be this way. We're both extremes. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't judge a man that's misogynistic. Because now if you're misogynistic and you think that men are better than women, I'm not that way, but I don't see a problem of a man that likes to think that way. Does he have a wife he comes home to? Is his wife happy? Does he not beat his wife? Then fucking great. Even if he does beat his wife, that's none of my business. That's on you and the state, like if the government doesn't like it, that's fine. But I don't care.
But you're not these days. You're not allowed to talk about misandry.
But that's what I'm saying is it. But that's a great argument. So the guy that's extra gay can be fine, but the guy that's extra right? Because we'd say misogynistic is extremely manly, right? You wouldn't like you're the far superior race and sex, right? Like you are.
Right.
But if you could be that way, then you could be this way. That's all. That's the end of the discussion. There should be nothing after that.
Yeah.
And then you have the people in the middle that are just it's
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay that he's gay, and it's or far left. It's not okay for you to be misogynistic.
Yeah, but that term gets thrown around a lot, and it's misused most of the time.
Which one? Misogynistic?
Misogynistic. Yeah.
But then why is that word thrown around a lot? And I think, we were talking about this the other day in Discord. Why is that thrown around a lot? Misogynistic, or why are you so homophobic? But why are the other words not thrown around a lot? Like, why are you a faggot? Why is it okay for you to throw around words to bring somebody that's already on the uppity up, but it's not okay for you to have a comment towards someone else that is extra gay?
That's easy.
Because they're the minority.
What's the answer? What's
they're
the
the
answer?
minority.
They're very soft, and the person that's already on top, he can brush any comment straight off. Doesn't stick to him whatsoever. But they're already a softer minority. So every term you throw at them, they're gonna get offended. They're gonna get triggered. So you have to handle them differently. Now, a person that's already on top, either male or female, and accomplished, how many comments can you throw at that person? He's almost indestructible because he's seen it all, done it all. A word is not going to affect them whatsoever. No, they're probably not even going to spend any second thinking about what you just said. You're not on my level, so why are you?
But why is it socially acceptable to call? Okay, you answered that question, but why is it socially acceptable to call somebody that is whatever, Superman, if you will, versus you could bring that guy down, but you can't bring down the guy that is super gay.
Because the other one, the soft one, is already down, and the Superman.
But he's not down. He's
bring
super
him
excited. He's wearing a silver feather. He's walking like Mary Poppins.
Okay,
He's
unless
sucking
you throw-
dick on the way to the diner. Like he's already proud of that.
Yeah, unless you
Because he
misgender
knows he's
him, or
bulletproof
you-
now?
You call him straight, and then he gets offended by words. Let that sink in. Words. So you're not strong at all. you let words affect you, life is gonna be
Yeah, what do
really
you
rough.
determine? Okay, so then what is the determination of what that person is strong? Is it that they're okay? That's fair enough. Go ahead, Matthew. You want to
I
say
don't see
something?
a fix for that. I don't have a fix. I don't think
I have a fix for
the
that.
ideal solution.
I have a fix. No, I have a fix for that.
Multiple.
I have a fix. Go back to the way it was in the 90s, bro. Nobody gives a shit if you're gay. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit that you're misogynistic. Nobody cares.
The problem is going back is always difficult.
See, but
I don't know. The women want to do it with their pants up to their nipples. So if you could bring back a fashion statement from 75, we could bring back words that were acceptable in the 80s.
Again, it goes back to labels. People love labels.
But they despise labels. When we were giving them labels, they didn't want it.
Right, but now that they're used to getting labels, they're making their own labels. Why is it that somebody walks around and says like, "Oh, don't call me this, call me that"? They want labels.
Small
They
adjustments.
want the
babe.
labels now. They
Small
need
adjustments.
them.
They
What
don't
defines
want the
them?
labels. They don't want the labels, babe. I think they want to pick their own labels. That's another
Yes,
form
yes,
of
yes,
narcissistic
yes.
being.
Agreed. They want to pick their
That's
labels so
close
that
to
way
being
you can.
narcissistic.
Yes, so that way you're absolutely right. They're narcissistic about it. They want to pick their labels, so you are forced to tell them to call them what they want you to call them.
But then that's not a label. That's a definition.
But that doesn't mean anything, though.
Right,
Just because you're gay, that
no, it
defines
means-
you. How does that make you anything better or worse?
Look,
don't
I'm not
give a
gay.
shit.
I don't know. People have claimed me gay, and I just embraced it. And everybody's like,
Right?
oh,
Okay, but
Jay's
you're
a
straight.
faggot.
Okay,
Ah.
hold on. Flip it. You're straight, right? Does that define you? And when you make your resume, when you do your resume for work, or
No,
whatever,
I'm
do
not
you have to
that
write down you're
person.
straight?
But I'm
Right,
not
exactly my
that person.
point.
I don't go
But
around saying, "Oh, I do to you guys," and you guys get a kick out of it, and then I'll show you pussy. But I do it as like I'm doing this, you're not, so I'm rubbing it in your face. You tell me you suck dick is not rubbing it in my face. Like that's fantastic. Like the guy last night, he's like, "Oh, I suck dick. I like my nipples played with. I'd be jizzing all over my face." That disgusted me. It made me grossed out. Like I'm not a guy. You know what I mean? Like maybe because I don't find you sexy, and maybe if you had like a 6-pack and you had like biceps and you did that. I like the way that your sweat is glistening off your biceps. That's kind of hot. I'm getting horny. But if you look like a jelly roll or like the Michelin Man and you're doing this, it's not quite the same, right? There's no sex appeal. So no, you're not confident enough. You're just being gross. But if you, I don't know. If I've never seen a straight dude go around saying, and I'm not joking, "Oh man, I love pussy," and like. Maybe it's the guys that walk around the gym like this, but I've never seen a guy do that. But for gay people, you see that. Transgenders, you see that. Everything other than straight people do that. Women with fake tits type body, what do? They wear shit, they flaunt it off. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm all for it. You do what you want to do, but don't be upset when a man walks up to you and compliments your 6-pack or your ass.
Yep,
Because you're putting it out there. So just because you put it out there that you're extra gay like that, don't be upset when a dude comes around and is like, "Hey, you're not gay. You're over the top. You're queer." There was even shows, Queer Eyes for the straight guy or Queer Eye for the fat guy. I don't know. There were shows like that. But now society, it's mean.
To whatever your sexual preference is, how much of that accounts for your personality as a whole?
Exactly. Just because you're gay, does just being gay define you?
Well, then okay, then using your two arguments, then what does define you? If you're saying that
your actions, well,
yes, your
label.
actions.
No.
But I'm just saying, whatever preference you have that you find attractive, how much does that account for the person that you are? It shouldn't really, if you think about it.
Because they're that weak and they don't have something else that defines them, they count on being defined by the label.
Yes.
Does that make it wrong, though? Does it make
this
it
is
wrong?
my identity?
It makes it needy.
Wrong?
It makes it needy.
Oh, it's sad.
Okay,
Because
sad,
you
yeah, I
can't
don't know about
figure out what you
needy.
are.
I don't know about needy.
No,
Like
because
you said,
you can't
we don't
figure out
go
what
around
you are.
shouting, I'm cis, with a t-shirt saying cis male and proud of it. We should get our own flag. I mean, That's not a thing. That means
But-
that you're a normal man that loves to eat pussy, and that's a normal thing. You don't go shouting it off the rooftops. I mean, why? Because you have other
Is it
things that
because they're a
define you.
minority, though? Is that the reason? Because they're a minority?
What
Because
difference does that make, though?
Well, because they're a minority, they stand up for them, like BLM or like whatever. They stand with them to make them have a bigger voice.
But for what though? What is like? I could understand if somebody said, "I'm not going to hire you because you're gay." I get that. I understand that. But why do you need to put it out there? Why does the world need to know what it is that you do in the background behind closed doors? No one needs to know these things.
I'm not gonna hire you because you're gay. No. Now they hire you because you are gay.
Right, but that's what I'm getting at. It's like
Diversity
now you're just
hire.
hiring
Oh,
people
look,
because
we're a woke
of-
company.
right, because they're like Jay said, they're a minority now, right? So you're going to hire them because you don't want to be that guy who didn't hire them because of their sexuality. But what does your sexuality have to do with your everyday being of going to work or being a member of society? It does nothing for you.
I don't know
Nothing,
about
but
that.
it's your identity now.
I don't know about that.
I don't feel like
know
that's
about
my
that.
identity.
Think about that for a second, because you can't. I don't know about now is a little bit different, but you used to not be able to join the military if you were gay.
But didn't they
Don't
also
ask,
say
don't
don't ask,
tell.
don't tell?
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. Then you remove that. They removed that. But at the same time, like that was huge. It was huge. If you were gay, you can't join. Why? Why do you think that is? Just take a guess as why that is. I bet you don't know. I bet you don't know.
Because they don't want to catch you in the barracks.
Yeah.
even,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. In your mind, what?
Well, it's still a bunch of dudes together. If you put a bunch of gay
Ain't
dudes
it?
together, they're not gonna be fighting.
That ain't it. That ain't it. That's not why.
No.
Nope.
Because they didn't want
That's not
anybody
it.
in the barracks be fucking
Nope. That ain't it either. Come on. Come
emotional. They don't want them emotional when
Nope.
somebody. Oh, what?
Nope.
What else? Is
Ain't
there?
got nothing to do with sex. Nothing to do with sex.
That's aggressive.
No.
For a split second, it looked like he was going to say yes.
Yeah.
Diseases, bro.
Really?
No way.
I would have
Really?
never guessed that.
Look it up.
Never.
Look it
Oh,
up.
I believe it. I believe
Diseases.
it.
Why? Why do you associate that with diseases? We know the answer to this. They were spreading AIDS, right? I mean, that
Yeah.
I mean, you can look it up. I mean, it's diseases. And then the argument was it wasn't diseases because they started getting a lot of shit. And they were like, oh, the toughness. Oh, so you're saying gay people can't be tough? Okay.
No, there could be. I've seen
Bro,
some. Yeah.
Well, not those over the tops. The last
Right,
thing
exactly.
I need is a dude in BDUs or DCUs or ACUs. And he's got a little silver feather on, running through looking like a fucking piece of glitter through the desert. Like, there's the enemy.
Oh,
you
there's sand under my nails, and I just had a manicure, and oh no, you didn't shoot at me.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh no, you didn't.
You don't do a good gay guy. Your gay guy's too sissy. It's too sissy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah, but now the minorities have more authoritative position than somebody that is straight.
Because of their loud voice. That's the only
Same thing
reason.
with
why.
transgenders.
Right, but it's because of their loud voice. If they didn't have a loud voice, they would have had nothing.
But who gives them?
I don't agree.
That you don't agree with what?
The loud voice. No, it's because of the passive majority, and we gave them that power. We can revert that power back instantly if we want. It's a minority. It's what we labeled them. So if you want to keep them quiet, you can do that. It's because we are now living in a time that's very soft, that we can give out extra rights to all these minorities. Revert it back, and it goes back to tougher times. It will change immediately. Immediately.
You know what I think it was? Think about it. I always try to think, what caused this? What caused this for the betas to be so powerful? I got the answer, bro. Without being a funny guy. I got it. Participation trophies. I'm serious. When you look
agree
at
with that.
when we were kids, you lost the kickball game. You lost.
That's it.
You lost the baseball game. You lost. It sucks. Yep. But it drove you to play better and be motivated. So, but once everybody started getting a handout, now we don't know the feeling of losing.
Right.
And if you put those 2 and 2 together when they started handing out, oh, here's a certificate because you participated in a baseball team. What's the point of winning at that point? Because he got the same shit I got.
And then the internet.
But that's where they get their loud voice from, Jorn. They get it from the internet. And then it carries over to real life.
That's what I'm saying is, like Jay has pointed out multiple times, if you were in an actual street and you would say some comment you read on the internet towards an actual person, you would get your ass kicked. But now you're in a safe environment. You can be the toughest guy ever behind a keyboard. You wouldn't have that.
Remove anonymity, right? Remove it. And
Nailed it.
Remove it. And then now you got a face. Now you got a name. Now you got an address underneath your Facebook account. Bet you don't keep talking shit.
Nope.
Remove it.
24 hours and it's done.
24, bro. I give it 1 hour. I give it 1 hour. And that kid, the problem is with minors, you can't do that. And that's a lot of, or immature
Delete
people.
delete comments.
But that's the thing, though. Social media should not be for the kids. Anybody under 18 shouldn't have a social media.
Wait, that's an easy fix, right? When do you guys get a social security?
When you're born.
Oh,
Like
born?
I think it's like, what is it, a few months after you're born, right?
Yeah,
Like,
as soon as it's automatic too. It's not like you have to do anything.
And you have another number as well, like that's social ID. You have a citizen's number or an ID card
No.
number or something.
Unless you're talking
Your
about
social.
your driver's license ID number. That's
But
different.
that's different from
That's just
state
for
to state.
driving.
Your social is your identifier for the rest of your
for
life.
all the U.S.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you go. That guy, I want to read that guy's comment in the YouTube. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times.
It's a full circle.
Yep.
I can definitely agree with the first part of that hard times create strong men. World War II, tough guys. Vietnam, tough guys. Tough guys.
Right. And then what happened
Strong men
afterwards?
create good time. Yeah, I just care about that first part of that, honestly. I'm just going to rip that part out of that quote because I agree with that. And I think if you don't have hard times, you're going to create soft men. And that's that's the world we're in today. Is you can't be misogynistic. You can't think that men are a superior race, if you will, than women. You can't think that way.
Feminization of the current culture, and that's what's screwing everything up.
That's what it is. It's the opinions. Your opinions don't matter anymore because the minority opinion matters more.
Opinion, yeah, but what's opinion? That's like I read a quote saying, "There is no such thing as your truth. There is only the truth, and the rest is your opinion."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
There is no such thing because it's used a lot. Oh, that's my truth. That's my truth. There is no such thing as your truth. There is only the truth, and all the rest is your opinion.
Well, that's not right. Well, that's not right. Because if something happened to me and I said, well, that's what happened, and I got that, I remember that. That's my truth.
Yeah.
Why is it the truth? But someone else could have been there not looking and not like a witness at a scene. Well, that's not what I saw. Here's the truth of what happened. So,
yeah, but no matter what your truth is, what you think happened, there is the truth, what really happened. And your truth can be whatever you think it is. So it's your opinion.
Oh, it's his story, my story, and the real story.
No.
It would be like 3 people. Jake gets in an accident. He remembers that accident. As a bystander sees the accident, the truth in this case would be a non-object, would be a CCTV that captures the crash. It has no opinion and it has no feelings.
Okay, but
You see
okay,
him
so you're saying that only applies to right now, that didn't apply to 100 years ago?
Well, no, it's still the same, but now it's
No, you're supposed to take multiple sides of a story and then form the truth based off of those three sides to a story. That doesn't mean that it's just your opinion. It's just because I saw it and you didn't doesn't mean it didn't happen. That wouldn't be an opinion. That would be my truth.
See,
No?
I think it gets lost in the translation of things, and everyone's just
No
picking up-
translation. He said it in English. I mean,
No.
Well, I think
How
the
we say the
problem is-
wrong words at the wrong time.
No, it's the thing is Jay did it right and Matthew did it right. I think Matthew is an overall statement and Jay took it as an event instead of something more.
gay
that's not
people
open
are
to-
okay. Gay people are okay. Lesbian people are okay. Opinion versus truth.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I get it. I like to analyze it. That's okay. We could change
Yeah.
subjects to,
That's
if
good.
you want to
That's a
go
good
back to
subject.
gay people. Yeah.
We all like him.
That's- Do you guys
He doesn't
have anybody
like
in your
some
family that suck dick?
Yes.
You got a brother or something or a cousin or
No. Cousin. Yeah.
and he's gay?
Yeah.
Is he over the
But
top?
Well, I knew ever since he was little. So
Did he try to touch your jam?
no. Weirdly enough, the gay crowd doesn't really like the big bearded dudes. It's not a thing. It's just not a thing.
You would think though that if gay people are so strong for coming out that they would have thick skin, right? Because you're brave. You
yeah,
think.
but that's
Theoretically,
that.
yes.
But is it really in a Western culture like this? How is it brave? You don't face any persecution. If you would do it in the Middle East, I would salute you. Because there's a good chance if they find out, they will stone you to death.
Agree.
So nice. You're
okay.
brave.
So the reasoning for that is that they're brave is because if you were gay before, people would say, "Oh, you're gay," blah blah blah. They make fun of you, or in some cases, in really bigoted places, they would beat you up and whatnot. Today, you come out saying you're gay, okay, big deal. Woohoo! No one cares anymore. It's not that you're brave. It's just that you used to not be able to say that you were. Now
Right, we
you're able to
discussed
say that you are.
That's what we said in the beginning. You're just repeating what we said in the beginning. I got
Right. The point is that now it's okay to do it. It's free. It doesn't
Watch
matter
this.
anymore.
Watch this. What do you define as brave? Like if someone is brave, what do
Like
they
what
do?
Jordan said before, run into a burning building and save somebody. That's brave.
You don't think that's courage?
Oh, that's courage.
It could be
Those
it
are
could be
different
both.
things. They're different.
that's
Now they're
so-
different
It's
things.
more courage. I would say brave is doing something without really
Fear of
thinking
losing.
about the consequences and,
Yes.
and letting fear stop you and do it anyway.
And what's the difference between brave and courageous?
Well, courageous is you have the ability to go do that, no? Or you want to go do that.
You sure?
Have the courage. Now you got to make me look it
To
up.
look it up.
See,
No, I don't want you to look it up. I'm asking. We're not going over stats. We're going over what your definition is.
It's
What's the
kinda
difference
semantic-
between being
a
brave
semantic
and
thing.
courageous?
Like
Wouldn't
what
brave
Jordan
someone
said, but then you have the other thing. You're afraid of something, and you full on know what the consequences could be of you doing it, and you do it anyway.
That's courageous.
overcoming the fear. Overcoming
That's
the fear.
courageous. That's not brave.
Right. Right.
So
well,
then brave is when
wouldn't
you're
you-
about to lose your life and you do it.
Wouldn't you make the argument that courage is something the person has that do it, and then brave is the label other people give you after you've done it?
No, because I think
no.
because I think you can define yourself as brave or courageous. In my definition, where you're brave, you do something with knowing the consequences. Courageous, you don't care about the consequences. You're still going to do it because you're brave.
No, because isn't courageous the fact that you're afraid of something, but you're overcoming it because it's something that
No,
makes you
I think that's
afraid?
the part of brave. Hold on. I think that's Courage is often defined as the ability to do something that one fears or has a strong reluctance to do. It is the quality of mind, the spirit. Okay. Bravery is the quality of being able to face danger or fear without flinching.
Right.
So they're more. So they're more. No. So they would be. So them coming out as gay, saying that they're brave, is correct.
No, I would have thought it was courageous because they're frightened to come out.
No, they're
That
not.
one or has a strong reluctance to do. Courage is often defined as the ability to do something that one fears or has a. They don't fear it because they do it.
But
I
they
would
used
think
to
that.
fear it.
I would
Hold
think
on,
that
they
courage
used to
would.
fear coming out as gay.
But okay, but they're not around from the 70s, so they're not courageous.
So it doesn't work anymore because now they're not afraid and it's celebrated. They do coming out parties, for God's sake.
Courage
Do
is
they really?
often centered around facing difficulty or danger without. That's what I was saying. Courage is often centered around facing difficulty or danger without or despite fear. So you do it.
To overcome your fear.
Bravery
No,
can be
you don't
associated
have
with daring or intrepid boldness.
So it's like a person who loves to go skydiving and they do it for the adrenaline, that would be brave.
That would be
While as somebody-
courageous.
No, it would be brave because they're
No, because they. No. I feel like you can only be brave once.
no, you can be brave all the time.
No, hell no, because that's not true. Because if or courageous all the time, it's one or the other. If you jump out of an airplane with a parachute your first time, bro,
That's
I don't know what
courageous.
I don't know. That's balls.
courageous.
That's neither of
Right.
those. That's all risk. You have no idea what's gonna happen, right? Like I don't think it's. I guess if you had to define it as one of those two, I would say fearless out of both of those, because both of those have to do with fear, right? Bravery and courageous, both of them. Or no?
Yeah.
So if you come out as gay, that doesn't make you brave. Makes you courageous.
Correct. Yes, that's what I was saying. Yes. It makes you courageous that you're coming out as gay, not as brave.
You just
Brave would be somebody who does it, like, for instance, the firefighter that Jordan said. They do it all the time without fear of the consequences. Every building that they go into, they don't know if it's going to come down or not, but they still go in and do it, right? So that would be brave. Courageous would be the first time coming out.
No,
Doesn't work because they know the burning building can fall on their head, so they know the consequences of it.
So
of
are they
going in
brave
there.
or are they courageous?
Ugh. English.
Okay, so apparently, what I was saying earlier, that courage is a type of brave. It quite literally is, or brave is a type of courage. So there are two types of brave: physical and emotional. Physical is feeling fear, yet choosing to take a physical act anyway. That is courage. Feeling fear, oh man, I'm scared as shit to go with me on the scooter. That would have been
Courageous.
brave and courageous. No, because courageous is brave. And then emotional courage is following your heart. So whether or not, you get affected by something or not. Okay,
so
that's
it
not
is brave. Say they use the right label. They're following their heart. I mean,
I think they were originally courageous and then became brave.
I feel like either two, courageous or brave, there has to be something at stake as well. If there's no risk,
But there is
If
that's
there's-
the thing. There's no risk anymore. Before you had the risk
I
of
don't
being
think
beat
you
up,
can
made
call
fun of.
yourself that. If I cross the road and there's actually stopping lights and the cars already stop and I just walk down the street.
okay.
am I
This is the
brave?
best way to explain it. I found it. The easiest way to explain it in layman's terms is if we're taking just they're both essentially the same thing. There's one key difference between the both of them: fear. With bravery, there's no fear. With courageous, there is fear involved. That's the best way to explain it.
Courageousness is overcoming the fear you have to do the thing.
And brave, you have no fear at all. Just I'm
Right.
gonna fucking do it.
So
when I got on the scooter, knowing I'm gonna die, that's not courageous. That's fucking brave.
Right. So originally, when they came out with them being brave, they used it wrong. They should have said courageous. In today's terms, they're brave because they have nothing to lose and they're not afraid of showing off what their sexuality is.
So it's agreeable then that people that come out as gay is brave, based off the fear definition. They are brave.
Yes.
But
is there though, 30 years ago, no. But that's the thing, though. 30 years ago, they used it wrong.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
But that's the thing, though. 30 years ago, they didn't use it in the correct terminology. They should have said that they were courageous. Now they can use the word brave because now there's nothing to fear because there's no repercussions for it.
So which one's better to be, brave or courageous? Probably courageous because because courageous, I would think you're beating your fear.
Exactly. That's how I see it. Courageous. I agree with that.
Oh, you're saying courageous is better than brave. Yeah. I would agree. I agree. Brave, you just got fucking balls. Like, that's it. Whatever happens, happens.
You're just a daredevil at that point. You're fearless.
Yeah, you don't care. Whatever. If I die, I die.
You have a death wish is what we used to say, right?
I still believe both labels have to be deserving. And if you have nothing, if you're just doing a statement, I wouldn't consider that brave. It's not an act. You're just saying words. I fail to see what's brave.
White guy goes to a BLM riot, and he's dressed like a KKK member.
Oh boy.
Okay, what is he?
Courageous.
You don't think he's scared? He ain't scared. He's doing it. So
he's brave.
He got some balls, bro.
He's brave.
But
you brave as shit.
He has the fear. He's conquering. There's got to be a rational fear up there. Like, it could go wrong. So there's definitely fear involved. And he's conquering it. He's definitely conquering it.
He's in need of...
He's definitely stupid. I can tell you that much. I mean, that's 100%. That is...
No, he's courageous.
Whatever. Yeah, you ain't gonna make it out of that. That's what I mean. The likelihood of you walking away is probably pretty slim.
Let's just say he doesn't fear bodily harm, probably.
Huh. There goes your white privilege out the window, though, right? There goes that right out the window. White privilege doesn't work anymore. Oh.
Nope.
So it's selective. Got it. Okay.
It's only used for bad things. Oh.
Brave. You know what's brave to me is when someone is in combat, they're getting shot at, and they stand up to shoot back.
Yes.
That's brave. That's brave. Somebody that is a cop knowing that they may die today, pulling somebody over, and they still do it anyway.
Yep.
That's brave. You saying even racial words, I wouldn't even say it's brave to the opposite race. That's just whatever. You're just being a tough guy or just using words. Stupid. Ballsy maybe, but not brave. Brave, I think, really comes down to whether or not you're going to risk your life to push forward. Use your fire in a burning building. I don't. Some firemen do it because they think that women love firemen, when they get to be on a calendar and hold an axe. And meanwhile, most firemen are not built that way anymore. They're more built like me. Just look like donuts.
Has to be a situation where there's a significant chance of you losing your life or having a really big loss in some way or how.
Which makes the case. Yes, 100%. Which makes the case of back then they were brave to come out as gay. Yep. Today you're not brave. You want attention. That's what that is. That's it.
Yeah, attention seeking.
That's what.
And I think if you do something that you think is brave and you're doing it for attention, that's not brave.
No.
Right. Attention seeking.
Yes.
That's it.
Especially if you're recording it. Ooh, that's just for the views.
Right. Exactly. If you're turning on your camera before you to do something, you ain't brave or courageous because
No.
you're thinking in a moment.
Yep.
You're not like, hold on, let me turn on my GoPro real quick while I go shoot these people. No, you're just, you know what I mean?
Also, when you do something that's really brave or courageous, you can't take it back. You're just saying, "Oh, I'm gay," and the next day, "Oh, this isn't working out." I can refer to I'm being straight. You can take it back.
Dylan Mulvaney. We know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows who that is. Brave or courageous?
Stupid.
Confused. Oh, that wasn't an option.
What is it?
None of the above.
Well, they know they're going to get a lot of shit. So it's something. They get a lot of shit.
He knows he's going to get a lot of attention. That's the difference.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to get a lot of attention. And what does he have? He's getting some kind of benefit or gain out of it, monetary or otherwise.
That's what I was saying. They're turning on the camera. They're making
brave?
views.
Yeah.
Brave. I agree.
The reason why is because there are no real consequences. The worst that could happen to that guy is he loses some money. That's it. Oh, girl. Sorry. Don't cancel me, Twitch. I fixed it.
Yeah, why is it when you speak out against that, you automatically hate it? Why is that a thing? That if a comedian could say something and it's okay, which is fine, it's hard.
But they can't, though. Comedians can't say anything that they want to anymore. They keep getting canceled.
Sure they can.
Everyone's trying to cancel them now.
Sure they can.
If you're popular enough, you get away with a lot of stuff.
But if you have enough of money, you can't be canceled. Right. Okay, you're going to cancel me. Fine. I'm just going to go buy my own venue then.
That's it. Yeah.
So, cancel culture, I don't think is real. I mean, it is real in a sense if you rely on other people, but if you're doing it all yourself, what are you worried about being canceled for?
Yeah, it only works for up to a certain class of people, and then
absolutely.
It stops working.
Yeah, if you're somebody coming up, I believe it could work. But if you're somebody that's already famous, it ain't gonna do shit. If anything, it's gonna bring more attention to you. Because wow, he got canceled. Let's watch this because he's very.
Why did he got canceled over this?
Absolutely.
Oh, now it's curiosity, which is also a thing.
To think that all these streaming platforms are starting to use it.
Wait, say that again?
And I'm starting to think that most of these streaming platforms are starting to use it as a marketing campaign. Oh, this next special, like they release it on different blogs or on different websites. Oh, this is so controversial. To actually get more views out of it. They're using it as a marketing tool.
Sure. And that's fine, as long as it is controversial.
But it's not. Remember Chappelle's last one? It was like, oh, they made such a big deal out of it. I watched it. It was like, where is the controversial part? Because I'm not getting this.
I didn't see the last one. I didn't see the last one.
No, the one before that where he did the
transsexual jokes.
Yeah, the transsexual.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
You don't think that was?
It was a story. Yes, it was a story.
You don't think that that's controversial?
Well, the subject is the joke wasn't.
No, because they took it all out of context.
Transsexuals is now controversial, but the joke wasn't. It's just because remove the transsexual in that story, still not.
Doesn't matter anymore.
It didn't make any difference. The transsexual part wasn't part of the joke. He worked around it, and just because he just mentioned that it was about a transsexual, got him more views. And
he's also friends with that transsexual now, so it's not anything bad.
Well, no, he was
acquaintance, whatever.
No, because that was the part. That was, if you remember the show, because he or she got prosecuted, persecuted, is no longer around. Yeah.
That's like saying the new comedian Matt Rife, where everybody's like, "Oh, he's."
I don't think he's good, bro.
No.
Why is everybody saying he's good? I don't think he's good.
He's not. He's not. I've watched his stuff. his crowd work, I feel like his crowd work is great, but his jokes and his storylines and whatever he's saying, I don't find it funny.
I haven't
I
seen the
don't.
special. That's what
I don't
I'm
even
saying.
think his
I've seen
crowd
2
work is
seconds.
funny.
No, I think his crowd work is good. It's okay.
Sometimes.
It's okay.
I wouldn't
It's okay.
call
Not
him
good.
great.
Okay.
But that does not make him a good comedian. A good comedian
Correct.
is an all-around comedian.
Correct.
Like, all around.
Agree.
You
Agree.
can't come up with a
That's-
fucking zinger and then call yourself a good. I'm not sure he calls himself a good comedian, but everybody likes Matt Rife. I don't. Give me his best one. What's his best one where he makes fun of the black chick? That's the best one.
Big deal.
But I don't understand. I don't. What makes him good?
Again,
the
it-
one
Eddie
with the nose
Murphy
was funny.
and Delirious was good.
no, he was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Eddie Murphy,
he's
even in
great.
Raw, was
great.
good.
Yes.
So-
He didn't really do crowd work, did he?
No.
In his shows, I don't remember.
Well, with
he
the
was
gay-
really good at stories.
With the gay guy was, and then he was pointing at the one guy. So I don't know if I'd call that crowd work.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Singling out.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's more crowd work. It's just like, you look gay. Here's the story. You know.
But that's the funny part. That joke in that time was funny. Now it will be labeled as controversial.
Right.
No, it's just simply funny. It has. Remove the gay part out of it and insert hot women that they were constantly looking at his ass, and he turns around. The joke stays the same.
Right.
You are making it more controversial than it really is.
But that's the idea of comedy, is to be controversial.
Yeah,
In any regard. It is not. Yeah, in any joke is to say something that offends somebody. Like, that is the purpose of the joke.
Agree. But now it's
just-
so easy to do that you just have to.
Right, so now is the
mention
easiest
it.
time to be a comedian. One could argue and say now would be the easiest, because you can make a joke about anything and someone's going to get offended.
Well, the
Well,
best
the problem
joke is
you have 2 people now in your crowd, Jay. You have the
Red
the
pill and
label
blue
that you're
pill.
actual. No, yeah, kind of. It's the people that you're actually trying to offend, and then you have the white people now are getting offended for the minorities, and they feel like they need to stand up as well. So you have that crowd as well. So you're. I don't think you can win at this point.
Do you think
Everyone
you could
gets
get
so
booed off of
offended.
a stage now? Like, if you go hard, let's just
Yes.
say, hold on. No, not you, in general. Like, a comedian goes up there and he's firing off, right? And he's in the first 30 seconds. So this is the rough first 30 seconds of your life. You got to win them. And you get a boo. And you keep going, bro. I've never seen a comedian do this. Keep going with the boos. Do you think you could sway them?
It's going to take
no.
a lot.
Because in
Those
their
were
mind, they're
actually
thinking,
good.
I paid $50 to get here. Am I really willing to throw that away? Because of what he's saying?
but then there's the
Where is
peer
that?
He's
pressure,
worked
right?
through a boo?
Yeah, he stayed for a half an hour longer, and he just trashed the town he was in. He just kept
Ooh.
getting
Wait,
at
for
it.
real?
Bill Burr. Yeah, Bill Burr has done it.
Yeah. I've heard that too. Yeah.
I don't remember the
Bill Burr
That's
doesn't give a
tough,
shit.
bro. That's tough. That's tough, bro. To work through a boo, it's you versus all of them. So,
Yeah, he just went
what are they
after
going to
the
do,
town,
Jay?
like
You're gonna
everything
storm the
they
pl-
like, their sports teams, their food. He just
Yeah.
went after them.
wait, he did
Don't
this for
remember
real?
the town.
Bill Burr
Yeah.
booed off of. So, did he end up, he just left?
He finished
Yeah.
his set, and then he left.
Oh, the Philadelphia incident?
Yeah.
Yes.
But look at Dave Chappelle the other day, right? The other day he was telling everybody no flash photography, no cell phones, no nothing. And a few minutes into his set, some lady was taking a picture. He got off stage. Everybody paid $100 to go see him, and now they can't see anything because this one lady ruined it for them because she took a
He
picture.
makes some. Occasionally, I really think he makes some good points, but that's not what I want from a comedian. He needs to make me laugh, and occasionally, a comedian can make you think certain things,
Right.
like make you think differently. That's fine. But if your set is only consisting of that kind of material, I'm not laughing. I'm thinking the whole set. Oh, that's very political. Let me think about what
Like
you
George
just said.
Carlin,
It's
like
not funny.
like George Carlin.
Yeah, but
Carlin
he
was
funny.
very right.
Yeah,
He
but
was funny, but he was
at
also
times.
theoretical.
Yes, but I feel like Chappelle.
Wait, you think
I
George
don't
Carlin
he's-
was funny?
I
From
think so.
time, he
Oh
has
my-
some funny parts. He has some funny
Agree.
parts.
I think he's more rhetorical and theoretic with his
Yes.
jokes, and they're true, but
Yes.
he makes you think about it. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't
but
laughing
that's-
ha the whole
That's the
way.
best joke to me. It's not only pissing some people or off, but there has to be truth in it, and then it becomes funny.
Yeah.
So kind of like satire.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I like best. If they're pulling somebody's leg or they're pissing people off, but it's they use something that is actually true.
Like Red Fox. Red Fox was one of the biggest. I feel like he was the biggest racist comedian ever.
Red Fox. Who is that?
He was in the what was he? He was big in the 60s or 70s. The guy from
How old are you?
Red Fox? Is
yeah,
a
he was
singer?
right before Richard Pryor. He became
Or is
he
that
was famous-
Rick James I'm thinking of?
No, Red
Rick
Fox.
James, bitch.
Unity.
If you can find things on internet, it's going to be black and white. But
Red Fox.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son?
Yes. Wait,
Oh,
no. Was
man.
it Sanford and Son?
That's the old guy from Sanford and Son, isn't it? I don't know who that is. I got nothing.
I wasn't even born. What a retard.
Yeah, David said Sanford and Son. Lance said, yeah, it's the guy, it's
Yeah.
the old dude from Sanford and Son.
Yeah. He was a comedian, but he would make. He was one of the first people to say the N-word on TV and everything.
And why is it okay for black people to say that, but white people can't say that?
Because that's what they called each other. It's okay.
Okay, but now the teenagers just say it willy-nilly.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean,
I got proof of that. I
Okay.
was called a fat nigga.
yeah, but from who? From a white person or from a
From
black
a white person, from a skinny little white kid. 16 years old, so he's going to kick my ass, beat me like a drumstick.
I don't know.
That's a thing now. I mean, that's how you address other people. It's a term of endearment. Instead of saying brother, you just say nigga.
Yeah, but
Even
isn't
better.
that cultural appropriation at that point?
I
Because he
think
was
it
white.
becomes cultural appropriation is when you add the ER. I think that's when, like, if you're just making it A, like, instead of you call somebody brother, you say brother. What's up, brother? You just, when's the last time, anybody here calls their friends brother? What's up, brother? Do you say brother or do you say brother? Nobody?
the
I don't
first
even use the
brother.
word.
You don't use the word? What do you call them? Hey, friend?
At most, I would say bro. I don't know.
Hey,
I wouldn't even say
pancakes.
the whole word.
So it's a matter of cultural appropriation, or
But it's not, is it? Because the black guy
isn't
can.
cultural supposed to be unity though? Isn't that supposed to invite people? Isn't that the idea of it? This is very cultural.
Culture should be shared. That was
That's what it's designed to be, right? It's shared.
Yeah.
Is you go to a restaurant that's Chinese, you do that so you can appropriate Chinese food. No,
That's why we want
I don't know.
multicultural society, but it doesn't work. Multicultural society.
There was a black guy that was ripping M apart, saying that he can't ever be the greatest rapper ever. The black guy, this doctor, goes on to say that he can't be that because that's misappropriating. Rapping belongs to African Americans. That this is a huge discrepancy right now. M can't be that way because it's designed for black people.
Nope, I disagree.
African
disagree with
American. How come when you talk about white people, you never refer to white people as Hungarian American or Belgian American or Russian American? You just
Specifically,
say-
yeah, you don't put the
How
specifics.
come you just refer to white people as white people? How come?
Okay.
How is it possible that people can call us whitey or white people, but you can't do the same back?
because it's racist. So me and Bree were at Hyundai, right? And you know me, I'm fucking crazy, bro. I don't give a shit. There's some teenagers over there, some black people, and there's some Puerto Ricans. And I'm talking to Bree, and I'm like, "Oh, you mean that black chick?" I said it really loud like that. And her face starts getting red. She's a ginger, so you can see that she's getting nervous. I was like, "Are you talking about the Spanish girl or the black girl?" And she ain't saying shit. I'm just saying it purposely on loud to see what. But she's getting so, like, she has this mindset that that's racist. Why is that racist? I don't.
Descriptive. It's just
I'm
descriptive.
saying what they are. What are you not proud to be that way? But why? Go back to the question. Why is it okay for you to look at any white person and you say that's a white dude? You don't say he's Hungarian American or Italian American. You just say white. But for black people, we have to call them African Americans. They're not from Africa.
They haven't been. Some people haven't been been to Africa.
Some families haven't even been to Africa.
Right. They've been here so many generations that it doesn't matter anymore. They're more American than we are.
Why do you even need that first part? Because if you're American, you're American. It doesn't matter if you're Belgian, African, or whatever. You're American.
Correct.
Yeah, but if you're going back that far in time, I want you to address me as part Viking and part Mongolian.
Nice.
There's a good chance that one of those things are actually in my bloodline.
Wouldn't that be ignorance, though? You calling a white person just a white person? You don't know what they are.
Well, as a white person, you can't really experience racism, it seems.
Yes, you can. Go to.
How do you know the darker person you're calling African American is African American?
Yeah, how do you know they're not from Sri Lanka? Those people are purple.
Right.
Yeah.
They're so black, they're purple. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how do you know? How do you know they're not from, I don't know, whatever, Middle East?
Yeah, but even then, I'm agreeing with you, Jay. You would, if you wanted to point out to a person next to you that you're actually talking about that person, the first thing you go to is black.
If someone is black and from Russia, are they African Russian?
Exactly.
No, I'm being serious. If someone is black and they're in China, are they African Chinese?
That's what I'm trying to get at. Why do they keep putting the African part there?
Try it again. If there's a black person in Belgium, are they African Belgian?
No, they're just Belgian.
So then why the fuck in America are they African Americans?
Thank you.
Because
agreed.
They're more vocal.
Because they want to distinguish themselves from the normal Americans. Because
but wouldn't you want to be
culture.
America is based on immigrants. Like their entire history is like the building blocks of it is immigration.
It still is.
Yeah, but so American is the correct label. So for everyone that lives in America is American.
Yes. So then why do you hyphenate it and make it African American then?
Because they want to feel more than the rest of you guys.
Why does nobody else do that? Why if you talk to any Chinese person in America, you say, "What are you?" They're going to say Chinese. Like, it's just, I'm Chinese.
Because they're proud of the label they have. Yeah. They don't want extra stuff. They're already accomplished. And I'm willing to bet that most of the Chinese would also prefer just the label American.
Well, the correct term would be American of such and such descent, of African descent. Of
not
Chinese
really.
descent.
No, not really. Because
that doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
it's your nationality.
What really does not matter. It's not. This is an old saying. A lot of Americans are gonna know. It's not where you're from. It's where you're at. And if you're in America, you're American. I got nothing. I don't know what to tell you. I don't go around telling people. If you ask me what my nationality is, I will tell you Hungarian and Greek.
Correct.
If I never label myself as a Hungarian American. Even though I was raised Hungarian, I still don't say that. I just say I'm a white dude from Florida, right? That's it. Like, it's that
simple. You don't even need to say white dude. You could just say
because I look white, right? So if I said I was a black dude, if you could label yourself as a female, I could be black. So
That's
I'm
it.
transracial. That's it. I'm a
And you
black.
have 1%.
I am a black dude. Don't discriminate.
And you got 1%, right? So
3%.
3%.
3%
My
black.
apologies.
And I'm talking about the black. I'm from Nigeria and Somalia. Like I got the black in me, bro. That's
Really
deep
dark.
roots. Didn't they say that all people? Correct me if I'm wrong, but we
In Africa.
all have black. Wasn't Africa? I know
The
there's like a
mainland.
lot of discrepancy about this. It's either Chinese or Africa, but that's where the first people
Africa.
are from. Is Africa?
Yeah, that's why we all have some African.
All the civilizations.
So we all got a little bit of black in us. Let's spread the love.
So I'm African American.
So we are African. We should have went to the BLM. That's why, because we all our roots are black. Got black roots. No.
Proud to be black and disease-free since the 80s.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What? Did you know what the AIDS capital of the world is? Do you know what? Do you know what it is? It's Haiti. It's Haiti.
Oh,
Really?
really? I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I think it's 1 in 2 people got AIDS.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I ain't never going to a party in Haiti. I'm just saying, you ain't ever gonna catch me dead hanging out over there. Did you just sneeze? I know you can't get it from saliva, but if you got 50 people sneezing on you, you better wear a raincoat if you get up in that country.
Just holding your hand above your drink the entire time.
Yeah, they just don't come near me. Not today. I don't know. I don't know why you have to label yourself as African American. There's black people that I know around here that I'm not African American. I'm black. I'm a black American. Okay.
Half the population has AIDS over there.
Is that what it is? I don't know. Look it up. Look up AIDS population Haiti. It's bad, bro.
I wonder if they do coming out parties for that.
I don't think so. No, because it's not from sex. It's just, well, I mean, it is
normal.
now. Yeah, it's like you
Normal.
catching a cold. I got
you
AIDS
get
this
born
morning.
Ages.
Can you be
Yeah,
born
you can
with
be born with it. Sure.
Oh yeah, highest burden in Korea.
Right, in the world.
50,000 people living with HIV.
What is the population? What's the percentage of the people with AIDS in Haiti? Sadek. Oh, look, you got a Hungarian guy in here.
Oh, 12 million. Oh, close. 11.4 million.
11.4%?
11.4%. 11.4 million, and it's only 150,000 people living with HIV.
Oh, that's it?
But they have the highest.
Highest population, okay. I thought it was higher than that. Okay. I mean, I don't want to say it's not bad, because it is bad.
It's 2%.
Yeah,
And
okay.
stayed stable since 2008.
Okay.
stable. I like that. How we have to say
still
that,
not
that
good.
it's stable. That the numbers
still-
haven't jumped up and down.
Oh, the population has grown by half, but the numbers, it's stable. Okay.
We still have 200K with HIV, but everybody else doesn't.
You're the capital of the world, though. I don't know if that's something to be proud of.
Well, I don't think that they're
I
proud of
wouldn't
that.
promote it.
Yeah, I don't think that they're promoting it. I think people are saying that. They're advertising, hey, don't go to Haiti, or hey, did you know that Haiti, just like we did it out.
Well, you ain't gonna get AIDS anyway. In all fairness, you're not gonna get AIDS like that.
No.
Nothing's gonna happen.
You
I've
can have a
lived
parade.
lived with a lady that had AIDS, and you're not gonna get it. I would have spread so much AIDS by now if that was the case.
Does that mean that I have?
I'd be
if-
like
if I
Charlie
do get
Sheen
it-
up in this bitch. Everybody's fucking dying. You know.
But look at Charlie Sheen. He was brave to come out and say that he was.
Ooh, I don't know. I call that damage control. I don't call that brave. I call that. Let me come out on. That's what it was. Did you watch that where he'd sit on TV? He had his doctor there, bro. Just,
The whole press conference.
yeah, this is about to get messy. You're coming out on national TV to tell people you got AIDS. That's not brave. That's.
But I think the reason he did that though was because one of the girls that he was sleeping with or living with or whatever, she was going to sue him because he didn't tell her or something to that extent.
That's a
And
crime.
why
Though.
he-
You know that, right? That's a crime.
Yeah. It's a crime. Yeah.
To
it is.
have a STD and knock the boots.
If you
people
don't
and
tell the
not them.
person, yeah, that's a big thing, man.
Yeah,
And punishable by what?
Jail.
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
Like a real
yeah.
sentence? Like
Yeah. It's
Wait.
a whole thing.
For HIV,
How would
not
you
for like,
prove that?
if you got the
How do you
clap.
prove
you
it's that
spread the
person?
clap.
Would that be like involuntary manslaughter or something? Charges? If you gave somebody AIDS willingly?
Oh, yeah.
It's a felony. People living with HIV may face felony for failing to disclose their status as sexual partners. It's an affirmative defense if a person is aware of the sexual partner's HIV status and consents to engage in sexual. You're right. So if you acknowledge it, I'm trying to find the. It's a second degree felony. That's bad. I don't know what it is though, but it is.
Or it doesn't state what type.
No, it's all over the internet. HIV criminalization. There's laws for it. I don't know, but there is a crime punishable
because
by
you
5 years
somebody
in
AIDS?
prison and or a $5,000 fine. Third degree felony punishable by. It could either be a second or third degree felony. And then it is a first degree felony punishable by up to 30 years imprisonment if there's a failure to disclose one's HIV status on multiple occasions.
Whoa.
30 years, bro.
I can
That's
see it,
gotta be
but
difficult
because
to prove,
used to
no?
be when you
And
gave
there's been
somebody AIDS, it was a death sentence.
there's 3 people that have been charged with it in Florida since 2015. It does not say the actual. It shows the law, but it doesn't say what the name of the crime is.
So, according to the CDC, it says that general criminal statutes such as reckless endangerment and attempted murder can
Attempted
be used
murder.
to criminalize
Sure. There
actions
you
that
go.
can potentially expose another to
Sure.
HIV.
Sure, attempted murder. I can see that. It doesn't say that, but yeah, I can see that.
No, because they can use that. It doesn't mean
Sure.
that it is, but if somebody wants to, if the police or whoever wants to charge you with that, they can do that because it's open to interpretation.
30
That
years. So if
doesn't
I
go
knock the
ahead
boots
and
with 3
prove that.
people, I got HIV. Well, what do you mean? How do you prove that? I have proof
that
that we
it's
had
you.
sex. I had proof
Yeah.
we had sex. And now
How do you
I'm
prove that
finding
it's
out that you got
consensual?
HIV.
That's the thing, though. How do you prove it's consensual?
Yeah.
Do
I
what
told
do.
you, but you didn't.
Videotape all of your sexual intercourses. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds wild. But just pull out your phone at the bar. Listen, I know you think I'm hot. I think you're hot. We're fucking tonight. We know that, right? We agree. Yeah? Okay. So as soon as we get into my house, the cameras are on. Matter of fact, I have cameras everywhere in my house. It's a big ass sign as soon as you walk in the door. So I'm just going to put this out there that you know that I know that we're having sex. Yes. That's it. That's what I understand.
And that
people
you
don't
know
wanna
that
do
you have HIV.
Well, no, don't tell them right then. Tell them like in the middle of it, right when you're about ready to come. You know, don't.
Oh, by the way,
because it's not that big of a deal right now. You haven't even pre-ejaculated. You just, take it from me. I know what's up.
plug it.
It's spreading AIDS since '98. Now,
Now, is that cultural appropriation? Because Haiti.
well, it is what you make of it. But no, that's some serious shit, bro. You're gonna jail for 30 years, man. Whoo!
That's it. Your life's over.
Shit. Your life's already over. You got fucking AIDS, bro.
Well, that too.
Well,
I mean-
it kind of makes sense. I think it's fair.
I do too. If you know you have it, I guess the argument can be said as if you don't know that you don't have that if you don't know that you have AIDS and you do it and then you find out.
That's
The
different.
question is how do you prove that? That's
Well,
tough.
if they have test results, then
Yeah.
so there will be a date on that.
Yes.
to
That's the only way to prove
I
it,
got
that
my
you didn't
test
know.
way back when. After that,
Yeah,
He
but
says,
then
Remember,
you'd have to
everything
go,
is filed with
a
your
national
doctor. over your
database
name,
or
right?
something. Oh, all the people with AIDS, they get tested. They go in a database
No,
because
no,
how are you
no,
going to
no.
prove that he knew before?
And then you got that
No,
whole
because-
HIPAA Act. I don't know if they could pull it even for a court unless you authorize that because the HIPAA Act protects HIPAA is only
Yeah.
for a doctor telling
Anybody else?
right.
Other than you.
I there's that huge misconception of what HIPAA Act is, where they can't release.
To anybody. If I'm a doctor, I can't tell you what Jorn's medical prognosis is.
I don't think that's it. I think that's what everybody thinks it is, but that's not what it is.
Doctor-patient
Yeah,
consultation.
one of the most common misconceptions about HIPAA is that it strictly prohibits sharing of any information regarding a patient's medical condition or status. That's wrong. It's wrong.
So what is it?
I don't know. It's just, if you look up common misconception of HIPAA policy, that what you just said is what people think it is. And I don't think that's what it is.
Oh, okay. So according to the CDC, federal law that required the creation of national standards to protect sensitive patient health information from being disclosed without the patient's consent or knowledge. So if a doctor said, Jorn, I have to tell Jay what your prognosis is, it's okay because
That's
I
right.
already told Jorn that I'm going to say it.
Right. So, yeah, it's not protecting
Yeah,
you.
but
He's
I
just
have
telling
to
you
give
I'm going to.
consent first.
No. That's not. The doctor
No,
can make that
no, it
decision.
says without the patient's consent or knowledge.
Right.
It says information from being disclosed
Without.
Yeah, no. It says the federal law that requires the creation of national standards to protect sensitive patient health information from being disclosed without the patient's consent or knowledge.
Right. So
you
they
can
don't need
tell.
it. They don't
No,
need
they
your
do.
consent. No, without.
You do.
Yeah, because that's the protective thing. I think they put in laws so it can't happen anymore without your consent.
Right, exactly.
Just hold on. Look. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Let me. I don't know what the fuck you're reading. It's probably some shit from Wiki. Let me just.
CDC.
Yeah, your CDC sucks. Okay, I don't know. Your CDC sucks. Look, one of the most common misconceptions about HIPAA is that it strictly prohibits. It's a misconception. So that's telling you it's not correct. Privacy, security, and breach of notification. It's not really it's not that easy to find out what actually is.
Because a HIPAA violation refers to a failure to comply with HIPAA rules, which can include unauthorized access, use, or disclosure of protection health information.
Okay, see what you just said. Okay, great. But why is that a misconception of sharing
I don't
any
know. I can't
information
find
regarding a
you know
patient's-
why? Because they said you can share it as long as the other person says it's okay. That's how they're thinking of it. It's a play on words. You can share it providing that the person said it's okay to share it.
A question: if something becomes criminal, like in court, does that still count,
I don't know.
or is it a free for all then?
Yeah, but in this case, with the AIDS story, I would give consent. Show that I got the test way after I had sex with these people. This exonerates me because I didn't know.
So law can override HIPAA policy unless provided by law or authorized by you, your doctor, HMO, or other medical provider may not disclose, sell, or otherwise use your medical information for any purpose other than is necessary for providing direct health care services to you. So if the law says, hey, we need this, it don't matter what you say. Yeah, it doesn't. It's irrelevant.
And they can share if it's like with another doctor or a hospital or whatever, because
No.
that's direct care for your health.
But you have to authorize that regardless. They cannot give it to another doctor unless provided by law. You or authorized by you, your doctor, HMO, other medical may not disclose to anybody for any purpose other than is necessary, providing direct health care services to you. No, they still need your permission to give it to another doctor.
Yeah, but it says other than offering direct care services to you.
Right.
So if you get
So a
into an
doctor's a
accident,
doctor.
you go into emergency room.
No.
They can.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, Matthew. So there's two stipulations, either law or authorized by you. Those are the only two stipulations. Period. Your doctor, HMO, or other medical provider may not disclose, sell, or otherwise use your medical information for any purpose other than is necessary for providing direct health care services to you. You understand?
Right.
So it's not saying that your doctor can give it to another doctor. That's just saying that they can't do all those things without your permission. No, you don't.
No,
Do you
I
get
understand.
what I'm saying? Let me
Yeah.
show it to you so you can read
I
it
think that-
yourself.
Get it?
I mean, it says it right here. By you, right? Unless provided by law or that's the end of the sentence. Like there's a
Right.
comma there, but that's the end of it. Those are the only two stipulations. You're focusing on this part.
For any
That-
purpose other. Yeah, that's what to me means. That's the only exception where it can be
Correct.
given to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm seeing it that way also, Jay.
I'm not.
seeing it
I'm
as-
seeing it. You have to get these two in order for this to go.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't.
Because
see
it says
I don't-
or otherwise. It says otherwise.
or
Oh, no, the
otherwise
disclosed
use
self
your.
or
No,
otherwise
they're
use.
talking about. The way you guys are
okay.
reading this shit is killing me. Or other medical provider may not disclose. May not.
Or otherwise.
Not.
But it says-
So take.
but
Hold
any-
on, listen.
any
Let me
purpose-
teach you English. Shut the fuck up. Let me teach you English. Not disclose, right? So that's it. And we got a comma. Not sell. Not otherwise use your
Right.
medical, right? Because we got commas here and the word or, which
Right.
is and or comma. So remove these two. May not
Right.
otherwise use your medical information for any purpose other than is
Other.
necessary.
But that's the thing. Other. Other is the word that's changing the sentence around.
No, it's not. It's you have to focus on the subject, bro. Yo,
You
you're
gotta get a
killing
lawyer
me.
in on this.
You guys are
We need a
fucking
lawyer.
killing me right now. All right, watch
We need a
this.
lawyer.
Can
We need a
a
lawyer.
doctor share? I'm gonna do this information to another doctor, from another facility. Right? That's what we're asking. Obviously, not the same doctor. Okay, from another facility without your permission. Let's try that. That's a hell of a Google search. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Share Chrome,
Probably
full
not.
Chrome. Let's see. Information disclosed. Well, what is this? This is Florida, so I don't know federal. Information disclosed to a healthcare practitioner by a patient in the course of the care and the treatment of such patient is confidential and may be disclosed only to other healthcare practitioners and providers involved in care of the patient if allowed by written authorization from the patient. That's what I'm fucking saying. You can't just give it.
Over here.
You can't just give it to another doctor. Like, here, take this. I don't know what to do with this. Again, that's Florida. It needs to be authorized by you, bro. By
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Over here,
Again, federal may be
is
different.
A one-time thing. It is a one-time thing. So it's a digital medical file. Everything goes in there. So once you say you give permission to share that information, any other doctor can access your profile. Yeah. It's
Ooh.
Yeah,
well,
but
not
not
only the
just
people
to
that
look you up or
treat you,
something.
not what.
Not just to
Only
look
people
you
that
up
treat you.
or
It's yeah. It's not like you're a doctor. I'm not a patient of yours. I'll just type in the name and you get access. You have to treat me, and then you automatically get access to my history. Let's say.
Forever, or each time that they access it, they have to get your permission.
No. It's a one-time thing.
You give permission.
Yeah.
Like say for instance,
So they can
you got
always
into a
pull it
car
up. So in
crash.
10 years, they can pull it back up again.
Only
Yeah.
if you're still
But what's the reasoning?
my resident doctor. I
But
have to
let's
go
say, for
to
instance,
you.
you get into a car crash, they bring you to emergency services. Emergency service is one of the recognized entities that can, if it's
Sure.
online, your
Yeah,
file
that
is
makes
online,
sense. That
and you
makes
have
sense.
they can go into it and they can search your blood type, whatever.
Can
what
or
your disease-
cannot? Can?
Can.
But
Can.
wait,
Yeah, that
Can.
makes
but
sense.
wait.
That makes sense.
That last time, I think it's locked with our ID now. It's because they always ask it. Even the dentist asks it and reads it off, and then it gets into the system. So I think they still need your ID. I don't think you just can.
Yeah,
give
see,
them
here
your
in
name
America,
and then
bro,
look it up.
if I was to go to Jersey, in order for a Jersey doctor to get mine, they have to request it from my doctor in Florida, and then once it's requested, I have to sign that facilime or fax or DocuSign in order just to transfer that. That doesn't give another doctor in that. I mean, that's rough. If it's another doctor in that office, technically, because it's assigned to that doctor's office, but another doctor can't access that. You understand? This is Jersey and Florida. I don't know about federal law, but yeah. So you guys are reading that first shit wrong, man. You're getting all wild and crazy. It's a long sentence. I get it. It's a little difficult. You know, English 101. It's fine. Yeah. And Matthew's arguing with me, and he doesn't even know fucking English. So
it's a difficult language.
Yeah, I understand. It's hard to read. I get it.
Even though I was with you from the get-go. It's like, what are we arguing?
This is why I'm not a lawyer.
And then even if you go even further than that, like they have to be able to request all records or full records. That like let's just say you're going to a pain doctor and you want to do this. They can only pull pain medicine. You understand? They can't pull your whole record. They can't pull if you were in a hospital 5 years ago. No, man. Like that's full disclosure you have to give them. So it gets really intense when you're talking about the HIPAA shit. I didn't know that law could override that though. I didn't know that without your approval.
We can add doctors and people ourselves, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's called a global medical file dossier, whatever, and you can see it online yourself. And there's an app called Helena, and several other, and you can add which doctor has access to what.
Oh,
if they can't access
so
or they
if you
can't.
call the hospital here in America in any state and you ask them if what is the status of somebody, I don't care if you're the husband. I don't give a shit who you are. You ain't getting nothing. I don't even care if you went there yesterday, spoke to a doctor. You guys are cool, had some coffee and pizza. He ain't telling you shit over the phone. Nothing.
Yep. They want you in person.
Yep. That's. I don't care who you are. You can be in a different state, different country. I can't give you that information over the phone.
We can pick up the phone and just call for the blood results. Even for the wife, I can call my doctor.
Oh, no. Oh, that ain't going to work here. Nope. That ain't going to happen.
I mean, it also depends on the doctor. If you've been going to this doctor for 20 years and he knows what you sound like over the phone, I think it would be okay for the doctor to tell you.
Still violating it,
if
though.
If it's written in law and there's consequences for that, he only needs to get caught once.
That's it. One time, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know, Jordan, because you try calling a hospital and doing what Jay said.
Hospital
I don't think it works here
I
either. So it's only when it's your physician that you've been, like Spade said, 20,
sure, like your own doctor.
20 years.
Yes,
he's gonna go like, no.
Yeah, sure, over the phone because he knows you. But in a hospital with a doctor, I don't care if you've been talking to him for 15 years.
No.
He's not.
Same here.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't give it over the phone. I'm not going to lose my license.
I think the only thing they can tell you is if a person is in that hospital or not.
Yes, you could get that information is fine, just not their status.
Yeah, no.
Which I also find that they shouldn't be able to tell you that unless
someone's there.
Police. Yeah, that someone's there because why are you looking for? You know what I mean?
Well, what if someone goes up missing, or you don't know, your wife gets into it? Well, your wife gets into an accident, she's rushed to a hospital. Don't you want to figure out if you got to drive to this one or that one?
I guess
instead of like hospital shopping, you're going 20 miles. By the time you're there, they're dead. Fucking shit! You would have just told me on the phone. I'm suing everybody in every hospital that picked up the phone.
Yeah.
Like, round everybody up. It's a lawsuit. That's it. A legitimate reason to sue somebody, not because you stubbed your toe on a ladder and you want to sue the construction company. Not like that. Yeah.
Well, it's different. It's not that different if you think about it. Most things are practically the same. It's just some things are more strict with you guys than over here, and then other things I would like to see more strict here are stricter with you guys.
Well, that's why you want to get the fuck out of that country. So you want to leave.
I would barely call it a country, but that's nice of you to call it that.
Yeah, I got you. Matthew's proud of it.
I like this thing that they
Belgian
have,
fries,
like
he's a
central thing where they do all the doctors and everything. You can add, remove. You know what I mean? Like that thing that they have for their doctors. I think that should be done here too. I think it like basically what is it? It's an app, right? That has all your information stored. So you could go from doctor to doctor and be like, okay, here's the access to this.
Can you message said doctor on this app?
No. You can't contact them. And keep in mind, Spade, like everything, all those systems, we're talking about your medical file, you're talking about your tax returns or your tax, everything tax related. What else am I thinking
Driver's
of?
license?
Everything is bound to that electronic ID card. It starts with that. So you would first need to implement that, a card with a chip. It takes a lot of money, and honestly, for how small we are, we're investing in the wrong things. You have a population of 11 million. You can still do it with pen and paper. You guys have a good argument. You're extremely big, and you have large numbers. It would make sense to make it more digitalized and.
Right, but they're doing now in the U.S. where almost all the states have to have the chip on their driver's license in order for you to fly in and out of whatever state you want. Like if I'm flying from New York to Florida, you're going to need
real ID
the real ID. Yes,
yeah.
So we're going to need that eventually, but
didn't they change that? Didn't they change it where you don't need real ID anymore?
No, you need it. They just extended it for another year or two, didn't they? I thought that was what the situation was. I thought they extended it.
You guys are also more reluctant to do all those things. And I'm not saying you, Jay, or Spade specifically, but Americans are very paranoid when it comes to that stuff, which is odd because if you look at the population, you guys have more smartphones than anyone else besides the Chinese. Yeah, well. So you're all getting tracked. But once the government wants to help you out,
I love that. I don't want the government to know where I'm at. I don't want this, but you got a phone in your hand. You got a phone in your hand.
A lot of Americans would throw a hissy fit if they knew that if you have to get a new ID now, they take your fingerprints. And it's stored.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about that, bro. A lot of people care. Look, that's what I'm saying. Americans are spoiled, man. I'm saying that as American. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. They don't want the government to know this. They don't want... Why, bro? Why? If you're doing everything by the book, who gives a shit? You don't think that if they want to find you, they're not going to find you? You ever seen White House Has Fallen or Black House or whatever the fuck? Black people have fallen. I don't know the name of the movie. This shit with you know what I'm talking about with Gerard Butler. White House is down. Whatever. Jamie Foxx.
AIDS house down.
AIDS house down. Whatever. You get it? Like I don't understand. If they really want to find you, bro, they're gonna find you, man. Just put your fucking fingerprint on the card. What's the big deal?
Yeah, and the
people are so fucking paranoid, man.
Do you really think there's an agency out there collecting fingerprints to get you framed for murder? How important do you think you are?
But bro, it's like what Cody just said. I love when an average American thinks the government is tapping their phone. Yo, there's so many people that are like that. What you don't think they're worried about, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because he sounds Muslim and he was a great basketball player. He might be a terrorist, right? Like you don't think that they're not worried about him or Osama bin fucking, like they're worried about somebody else aside from fucking Jeffrey in Troy, Alabama. Like they don't give a shit about you, bro. Like it's so stupid. And the argument, oh man, they're watching me. Yeah, they're watching you with your 249-gram drone flying over a tree in the middle of Kansas. Like they care about that. People are so stupid, bro. They're so dumb. Just do the right shit and nothing will happen to you. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you do stupid shit, you get stupid prizes. That's all. It's that simple, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
Only
saying
if you
go
get
get.
caught.
I'm not saying go get the vaccine. I'm not saying that. You do you, but be prepared for the consequences. You don't do the vaccine, they're gonna say you can't go here. Okay, that's it.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
We're pretty
Second
liberal, right,
part is
Jordan?
most-
Here they know they're potential terrorists and they leave them alone. Let them run around.
Yeah, because they have rights.
Take
They
your
have
chances.
rights.
I
There's
like
still
it.
people.
It's risky.
Yeah,
I like it.
There's still people.
let's see what
It's not
happens.
because it's not because they have a different mindset and they maybe want to bomb some, I don't know, building, plane, whatever, that you can take away their rights. There's still people. You can't treat them as cattle. But and then again, if most of the population are either not attractive because it's a small percentage of the population that actually is attractive, do you really think if you're 40 pounds that the government wants to watch you 24/7? Nobody wants to do that as a job. No.
You
You're not
think the
that
government, Spade, what do you think? You think the government is listening on everybody's conversations? Like, do you legitimately think that?
I don't think so.
yeah.
I think maybe they have some key words where an AI picks up if
Yeah.
a conversation goes a little bit weird. They'll have
On
an AI
everybody's
to do
phone.
that.
Everybody's phone.
Yes. Yes.
I think so, but I don't think it's like somebody sitting there like, oh, what did they say? Oh, she cheated on Bobby
With a cigarette.
I don't think they're doing that.
Jerking off as you're listening. Yeah, that's it. Talk dirty to me. She said my name. You think
I don't think-
you think that
don't
they
even
listen?
think
Listen.
on your,
Do you
on
know
your
how many?
phone.
Wait, do you know how many conversations that is? Like, there's no way, bro.
That's why I said it's
no,
it's
I'm
an
just saying
AI
it's-
that
it's
picks
all-
up certain
yeah.
phrases or words. Like if I turn around and I was on the phone saying, "Hey, I was thinking of bombing the White House,"
This is
think
great.
I would.
Yep. Yeah, because if the government wasn't listening now YouTube is. So thank you. That's anything else you want to add to the conversation?
Let's
Fucking
pull the
idiot.
stream
I do.
because
I do.
of terrorists.
If you are listening, U.S. government, I would really like to win the lottery.
Oh yeah, because this is a great conversation. This is the best conversation to plug your citizenship. Yeah,
Or
he's
I'd
talking
be
about
more like
bombing
I
shit.
have nothing in common with the guy below me.
Yeah, this guy below me is an
you know,
American. That just make this clear,
This is him.
government.
This is not me.
He's the American. He's the fucked up one. Get rid of him. Put me in. I'm not
I'm
that
ready to
guy.
play, coach. I'm
I'm
ready
giving
to
it as
play.
an
Just
example,
put me
guys.
in.
I'm not trying to do that. YouTube, listen, it's just an
It's not
example.
YouTube. It's the government and YouTube, bro.
Oh,
You just
YouTube and the government. It was just an
That's it.
example. I'm not
Clear it
trying
up.
to do any of that.
Sure, clear it up. That's good. Jordan, go ahead and plug your information now so the government knows who you are and your application is on the way. But I honestly even find it hard to believe that there is keywords. I'm not saying it's not possible because then you have the privacy or privacy of that. Okay, careful now. Android
We lost that with the
users-
9/11 Act.
Well, hold on. Android users, I feel, are a little bit more susceptible to that problem versus Apple users, I feel, are less susceptible to that problem.
No, but it goes
I don't
to your
think.
provider,
I think
right?
you're
Well, that guy that bombed the Florida thing, they would not unlock his phone. I'm
Right.
sorry.
But that was
Oh,
for
for information,
messages,
but
not for a phone
If you
call. There's
call,
a difference,
they
Jay.
tap it from the provider.
Yes, they tap it from the provider, not from
Yeah.
your phone.
SMS.
That's the way. But it exists. That's why Snowden got
Caught.
he got not banned, but he.
Let me ask you something. Was
You win.
Snowden an Android user or an Apple user?
I have no idea. But he worked for the agency, and he said, "I have no idea. I honestly don't." But it was.
I don't
he
think it was the matter
talking
back
about the
then.
system they have in place that would scan for keywords, and it was already in place. when
Come
we talked about
on,
these.
bro.
I think it exists.
come
Jay. Why wouldn't it?
on.
The technology is.
Oh
here.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't
You
think
see
it's-
movies, right?
it's-
You see movies, yeah.
Yeah,
You-
but
you-
movies aren't reality.
Easy booster seat. You seen movies, right?
Oh yeah, multiple.
You seen throwaway phones, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have enough of time to track those.
But
No,
the throwaway phones are thrown away.
I get that, but you're
I'm
saying
not
if they get,
text.
if it has nothing to do with the phone and it's only got to do with signal, a throwaway phone would be transmitting the same signal that say an iPhone or a Samsung would be transmitting, no?
Right. And that's why
Okay.
they break it and they throw it away.
Yeah, but you already got
It's
that,
less.
though. But you already, it's on the
Throwaway
signal, so it doesn't matter. Any communication over the air.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe it. You guys are paranoid.
Your government. Well, I'm not paranoid. I'm just not afraid of it. Just like you said, Jay. I don't do anything outside
So
the
you
law.
are
can
what?
do it.
Brave. There's no fear.
Well, I wouldn't label myself.
Well, you're brave. If we're going by
Nowadays.
definition, you are brave because there's no fear.
Oh, well, thank you. But
It's good for
don't
you to be brave.
Isn't it? I mean, in order for you to feel safe, isn't it normal that you give away or give back some of your rights?
That's one
the,
of
the right
biggest
of privacy. If you decide that you don't, what's more important? What is more important? Because you have to cross a couple of lines to make sure the majority of your population
What's the limit?
stays safe.
What's the
The
limit?
limit is, of course, you only track the people that are on the list, but you can always miss out on someone. I'm going with your mindset, Jay. If I'm not doing anything wrong, listen to my phone calls. Do whatever you want. It doesn't bother me because I'm not doing anything.
What if it
weird
breaks
or
the
stupid.
Constitution, though? What if it breaks your Bill of Rights?
I
But
think there's
the-
always
yeah,
ways around
but
it.
the
especially
thing
if
is,
it comes
you,
down
you only
from the
need to
government.
make you only need to make people afraid. That's the biggest. That's the easiest thing. You make people afraid, and you promise a solution, and they will willingly give up huge chunks of their privacy. The biggest, the big mass. They will just for the mindset of they're gonna take care of it and it's gonna be more secure. They will willingly give up privacy. That's
See,
one
it's
of the
like,
biggest things.
you know what this
governments do.
reminds me of? This reminds me of those people. I'm sure you've seen them. And for some reason, Facebook just wants me to give me this. I prefer to go back to the midgets that were fishing on stripper poles. Like, I prefer that now. But now I'm on this trip where I watched one video of this guy from Miami. And I if I was there, bro, I would get arrested because these people, and it's like unprofessional Miami cops. Cop walks up to somebody and and I'm sure you've seen videos like this. Let me see your ID. What did I do wrong? And then the guy that the cop is asking for ID starts reciting all the statutes. Oh, you have to tell me what I did wrong. He's like, no, I don't. Give me your ID. And he's like, I'm not going to give you my ID. What did I do wrong, officer? And he's saying, according to this statute, he's like, look, I'm asking for your ID. Do you want to give it to me or not? Now, the cop does overstretch, and he does put handcuffs on him. So, then the lieutenant comes out, and then he's like, yeah, you got to do what he says. And all the people are like, no, you don't, no, you don't. And all the people on the internet are like, yeah, he's overstepping. I've been a cop for 20 years, and you don't do shit like this. Look, if you would have gave him your ID off the jump, the problem would have de-escalated, like right then and there. Is he overstepping? Is he overstepping? Maybe. But there's got to be a reason why he's asking for your ID.
In New York, it's illegal to walk around with no ID.
The traffic stop is the same thing, right? They're already recording with their phone. The cop comes to the window. Yeah. Hey, I'm recording you, and I know my rights. And
they
what
do
did I
have
do
rights.
Otherwise,
They do.
That's
they do
antagonizing.
But they do have rights. You can't just.
You're stretching it out.
But if you're, and that's the point, is if you're stretching it out as the perpetrator, then I'm going to stretch it out as a cop. And the argument is, you're a public servant. You work for me. First off, when's the last time you worked? Oh, looks like you're unemployed. I pulled your record up. Last time you worked when you were 15, you cut somebody's grass. You are now 36 years old. You ain't paying shit of any of my salary. Your mom and dad may be, but I'm not pulling over your mom and dad. I'm pulling you over. So, that's me as a cop. That's also why I'm not a cop anymore. So, and let me see your tits. If I see your tits, you didn't speed. I don't know what happened. It was blurry. There was boobs, but I just think, I don't know what's happening here, but I feel like people overstretch. So if a cop asks you for your ID, man, just give it to him, dude. Just do it.
But it's.
You're gonna make more problems.
You guys have it more. You never see that over here. I've been stopped multiple times. Just regular check, just an idea, because either I fit some description of someone, and then just ask for an ID. Oh, okay, fine. Have a nice day. And it's always cordial. I've never had a bad encounter with a cop ever.
See, that could be
99% of the
idea.
times, if
Hold on.
you're being pleasant and you're cooperative, they will let you go. No
Okay,
problem.
hold on. It's not fair for you guys to comment on this because one, you're a small country. Two, you're very liberal. Okay. Now, when you're talking about America, yes, you have racist cops. Yes, this is true. It's the population, your probability of aliens. It's true. Okay. However, like Dustin just said, I know what he's going to say when I answer his question. If you're walking down the street, would you? And a cop says, "I need your ID," would you give it to him? Absolutely, I would. Absolutely. There has to be a reason he's asking for it. Now, I see the discrepancy if a cop walks up to a black person in a white neighborhood, why he asked that. It is racist. It is, because you're saying that he's black, he's probably causing a problem.
So is he wrong?
Is he wrong? Yes, the cop is wrong. But
For
as that
anticipating.
black person, I would give that ID to him.
Right. Unless you're doing something shady, then yes, that's not when you give them to
Sure.
him.
Dustin, the cop doesn't know that. The cop doesn't know that.
But
So
if you're not doing
if
something
this
shady, why
stereotype
would you
gets
just give your ID
That's
to the cop?
my argument. Is if
Yep.
you're not doing anything
Yep.
wrong. Look, if a person walks up to me down the street, that's not a cop. Like some dude's like, "Yo, let me see your ID." Why? I would probably pull it out and be like, "There's my driver's license. Okay, just don't steal it." Like here it is. At the same time, if a cop does it in an authoritative position and says, "I want to see your ID," sure, because if you give it to him, he's going to give you less problems. Okay, we could go into
that's
this
the
debate.
logic.
There's nothing stopping a cop legally. There is nothing stopping a cop from holding you up for 5 hours. There is no law against that. Nothing. I'm trying to figure out if you're the person I'm looking for. You can either give me your ID or we can sit here for 8 hours. I literally got till 7 p.m. tonight, and then someone's gonna take my spot. So you can either give me your ID or we'll just figure it out. And I hope you ain't got nothing to do the rest of the day because I get paid to stand here. So
And
just give me your ID
it's a
and go on your
logical
way.
step. It's a logical step from the cop's point of view as well. Why? Oh, can I see your ID? No, because I know the first thing you're gonna. What is as this person has something to hide? Maybe us
Yeah.
moron,
And the
or he
person
is
that
doing
did something
that
wrong,
isn't right.
and the person that did something wrong automatically is not going to give you their ID because they know they did something wrong. So
Right.
common sense tells you if you're not giving it to me, something's fucked up. Like there's something
And
wrong.
then you
did
run into the
something.
risk of if you would have given him the ID, the cop would have gone like, "Oh yeah, that's your ID." And what are you doing? Oh, I'll believe you because you gave it. He gives it back to you, and you're gone. Now, by refusing it and him checking your ID, he's gonna do a more elaborate background check on you.
Absolutely. He's going to make you wait longer. So, it looks like back in 1964, you were part of a riot. What's this about?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's nothing saying he can't. There's no law that says he can't do that. Nowhere. That's all he's going to do.
That's also something that's prevalent in those videos, right? Like, am I under arrest? Otherwise, if you're not putting me under arrest, you're not
Detained.
allowed to.
Yeah, and I can detain
come
you.
off as
I can't put you
arrogant.
under arrest, but are you detained? Yes. Under what statute? You make some shit up. Tinted windows. I'm not driving. I saw your car. I saw you get out of your car. You got tinted windows. You weren't wearing your seatbelt. You just start making shit up because that's what you're doing. So you just saw a Facebook video and you think that you're a lawyer now. So, and you know what usually happens when you do this and you report it? You know what happens? Right in the trash can. That's it. Roll it up, throw it away. Oh, well.
Yep.
You think the other cops are going to throw him underneath the bus? No, you're just some fucking dude that thinks you know the law. And I despise people like that. Not despise. I think that you're what causing problems right now. Cops trying to do his job, make sure the area is safe. He is safe,
Yeah.
right? Make that protect and serve. Got some random 6 Hispanics walking down the street in a predominantly white area. I know there's no Mexicans around here, and everybody's grass is cut. So where the fuck are you going?
Right.
Look, that
Unless
sounds
you're
racist,
walking-
but they cut some good grass, Mexicans.
Unless
weird
you're
that they're
walking
from
around
a
the
sandy
neighborhood with a
country,
lawnmower.
Right, you got a lawnmower, or better yet, you're a white dude. And the question is, if you're flip the script. If you're in a black neighborhood and you're a white guy pushing a snowblower around in the middle of the summer, is the cop gonna stop you? Like, what are you doing? You need a ride or something? Like, it's summer, bro. It's like 86. I don't know. I would assume that most white people do have white privileges, and cops are going to leave them alone.
By the way, most cops here in Belgium are kind of more to the right side as well.
Oh yeah. So
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Is that
Because of the
racist, or are
shit
those numbers? Or are they numbers?
No.
numbers?
That's
Numbers based on
it.
numbers.
What do the
alone.
numbers show you for crimes?
I know several cops, and they always, because of the shit they see. And again, it goes to who is the person that's most likely to commit a crime. It's racist because and it's profiling, yeah, but it's based on truth.
There was a thing in Arizona, man. They passed a law where, because my ex-wife is from there, and she has a relative that's looks Mexican. They passed a law in Arizona that a cop could just walk up to you and be like, "Yo, did you jump over the border?" Like literally, that's it. Like, you look like you jumped over a fence somewhere. Let me see your ID. I don't have one. Get in the back of the car. I'm taking you back to Mexico.
That's crazy.
And everybody was up in arms.
Mexican
And
vacation.
well, okay, so you got some piece of paper or something, right? Back at my house. Back at your house where? In San Juan? Let's go there. Let's go to your house in Mexico. Is it wrong? I don't know. Because if a cop said to me, again, maybe it's white privilege, but if a cop said to me, "Hey, what are you doing?" This is where I'm going. Why are you going there? And this has happened to me as a kid. Is it legal? Are they allowed to do that? Probably not. Who gives a shit? Fine, they're breaking the law. You don't think when they pull people over, they don't pick up drugs that they found in their pocket? I think it happens. I think it does.
But wouldn't it only be white privilege if you were somebody that hopped the border illegally and you were white?
Wait, would it be white privilege? Say that again?
So you said, oh, it's white privilege. But wouldn't it only be white privilege if you were someone out of Mexico, white dude out of Mexico, that hopped the border illegally, and they wouldn't stop you for it? That would be white privilege.
That's white
no?
privilege. Sure. Yeah, that's white privilege. Sure. I
But
think
you
that white
being
people
an
do
American,
get...
you
Look,
being
even
an
when you
American
look up
and not-
crimes, man, even if you look up crimes, a white man is going to do less time than a black man. Those are numbers. They don't lie. That's white privilege. That is white privilege. Is there anything that I could do about it? Nope. I don't know. That's your system. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't have authoritative position over that. Welcome to America. I don't know. I don't think that's racism. I just think that you get special treatment. That might be racism.
Yep.
You're saying one's better than the other, so it is technically racist.
Okay, but the only question I have, and it's been bothering me for a long time, if it's truly that extremely racist, why aren't they all jumping in boats and going to Europe where it's all liberal? If it's truly that way, and there's nothing positive to gain in America, and it's extremely racist, wouldn't you all just jump on a plane and get over here where everyone is hugging each other?
Because it's worse over there than it is over here. They
Dude,
probably
they
don't
don't
see
know
it. They
that.
think the grass is greener, but they don't want to go.
No, if your situation is that dire and you're constantly faced with racist prosecution, wouldn't you try to escape?
Why wouldn't you leave? Yeah, I think that's a good question. Why don't you leave?
I grew up here. I moved here. Everything I have is here. Why would
If your life is that horrible, you're constantly getting stopped, you're constantly getting berated by racist comments, then your life isn't there because it sounds like hell. So you would
Right.
want to
Yeah.
get out, right?
That's how a logical person would think.
Ah, yeah.
I think you have to factor in is how much of the time is taken up by that racism and all that. So if it's 20% of the day, you're willing to chalk that negativity up because you have
Right.
such a good life. But if it happens all the time and it's filled with race, the argument could be said is, why don't you leave? But I don't think anybody says it happens all the time. It's just there's certain things, and it usually has to do with law. It's not like I didn't get a job because I'm black. No, that's the exact opposite. Now you're going to get a job because you're black. So, or gay, just not Chick-fil-A. That rhymed. I don't think America as a whole is racist. I think that depending on where you're at in the States, you will get treated differently. Because there's some states that are racist and there's some states that are not.
That's true for the rest of the world.
But Dustin, shouldn't that cop have a chip on his shoulder? Because he's doing the job, you're not. He puts his life on the line to protect people like you. I think you should have a chip on his shoulder. He's brave. He's courageous. He's both. Brave and courageous. Pulls over people not knowing that he might get shot. So I would have a chip on my shoulder too. I think that's what we need.
Always be on guard.
I think we should have more cocky police officers to put people in their fucking place.
Yeah, it works.
The last thing you want is a sissy bitch police officer. Ooh, so you're saying that this is the law? My bad. I'm sorry, I didn't go to the police academy. I just got this job. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me put my silver feather in my ear. I don't want that.
You
as
just
a
have a super day. Go ahead.
right. Now I want the fucking tough cop that's willing to jack you up and throw you into a locker instead of throwing you in jail. Let him discipline you. That's what I'm saying. Let cops throw out an asp every now and then. Bet you don't act. I bet you see a cop. People used to be scared of the cops, man. When I was a kid growing up, you saw a cop, you acted right. Oh, shit. Nope. Going back inside playing Nintendo. Not today. I don't want to get arrested. That's it. Now people are like, yeah, fuck these cops. I'm just going to record them.
Can I come back on a question you had a little earlier? Because you said the as a white person, you're less more likely to get a lesser sentence. So in my mind, I went like, what's the recidivism? I don't know, that's a different one. And I looked it up, and black African American prisoners have a 50.6%, and white people only 44.8%.
You know what's crazy is look up violent crimes in America. This is where the numbers are going to really blow your mind. So, whatever, we'll say 6% of America's population is black males, but they make up 90% of the violent crimes of America. 90%.
And most black deaths are black on black.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that discussion. Even if it's not 90%, even if it's 50%, you're only 6% of the population. So you shouldn't do more than 6% of the crime. I don't know. If we're 1 for 1, you shouldn't do more than 6% of the crimes. I don't know. I don't know what I got. I also look. I'm not talking about dirty cops, Dustin. I don't want to keep focusing on that, but I really play hard here. That I think that a cop should be able to do what he wants to. I don't think there should be dirty cops, but at the same time, cops don't get paid enough. So do you expect them not to get dirty? You don't think when they find $5 million that a cop's not like, yo, if I could just take...
That's my house. That's my house.
If I could just take one of them stacks. And do I think that that's okay? Sure. Yes, I do. I do think that that's okay. Yes, I do. Because I know if I was in his situation, getting paid $40,000 a year to fucking protect people that don't appreciate me, yeah, I'm going to take that stack. That's human nature. Just like if you're fucking starving, can you steal a loaf of bread to feed your family? Nobody is going to say no. Everybody's going to say yes.
But Jay, at the same time, though, if you don't like your job or how much you're getting paid, then why be a cop at that point?
Calling.
Because I have principles. I want to protect people. Now, so then most people become cops though for power. but that's another story in itself.
That I agree with.
Sure. And then those are the people that are typically pricks just for the sake of being pricks. Still give them your ID, man. I don't know. Whether you're breaking the law or not, you have an ID in your wallet, show me. You're saying New York, it's a requirement that if you don't have an ID, what happens?
Well, you get detained until your identity is proven. But that's why you should carry your ID, because if you were to be stopped and you don't have an ID, you'll be detained for hours on end and taken to the precinct until they find out who you were. It's not, okay, let me rephrase. It's not illegal per se, but you need to be able to provide an officer your identity. How are you going to do that without an ID? If a cop comes up to you and says, "Who are you? Where are you from?" and they say, "What are you doing in this neighborhood?" "Oh, I live here." "Let me see your ID that shows that you live here." And you can't provide that. Now you're asking for bigger problems.
Do you think
Yeah,
that's
don't
overstepping?
antagonize.
That's perfectly normal.
I think it's normal. You should be carrying your ID around. I think if a cop asks you for your ID, you could be like, "Sure, I have my ID, but what's the reasoning? What?" Like, you could be having this conversation while you're giving him your ID.
You shouldn't even have to do that, because as he's asking for your ID, he should be telling you by law.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to get at.
By law.
That's what I'm saying. Like, right. He should be telling you, like, you should be having this conversation.
Sure.
Here's my ID, but what are the reasonings or whatever? He should be telling you that. He's not just some.
See, what I would do, and I've been in that situation, I would give him the ID and be like, "Is there something I did, sir?" Or, if he's a sergeant, I'll say, "Sergeant, corporal, whatever, lieutenant, is there something I did, lieutenant?" Or, and they'll look it up and be like, "Yeah, there's some dude running around stealing shit, and he's fat and he's
right."
bald, and
I use my ID. I use my ID with the cops at least once a week. At least once a week.
But
I
guess
give my
what,
ID
though?
to a cop.
Guess what? Next time you see that cop, bet you he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I bet you he's friendly.
Yes.
I bet you that.
Yes.
I bet you there's next time a problem that fits your description, he's not going to fuck with you because he knows there's no problem. Hey, you didn't steal. He might pull up to you and be like, "You didn't just steal some shit, right? Because that fat bald guy's at it again." And we already talked last week. Now, it wasn't me. Meanwhile, you're the one stealing all the shit. But now it wasn't me, man. Okay, cool. Have a good day. That's it.
Literally every week, at least one of the buildings that I manage, there's always a cop somehow in one of the buildings. Something happens. So I walk up to the cop and be like, "Hey, can I help you guys?" And they're like, "Who are you?" And I'll say, "I'm the property manager." And they're like, "ID." "All right, here you go. What are you going to do to me? You're not doing anything to me. I'm providing you my ID so you know who I am. So here's my ID." I don't get my ID back until they finish. They hold on to my ID until they're done and they're about to leave.
I agree. And I don't see anything wrong with that, though.
No, there isn't. There isn't.
And let's be honest, by cooperating, being courteous cop, and being nice, sometimes you get away with stuff.
Sure.
It's not only that. Just treat him as a human being. Give him the same kind of respect he's giving you. That's not too hard.
Yeah, but then we go back to what they said about YouTube.
Well, the argument is that they're public servants, and that it's a valid argument that their jobs would not exist if it wasn't for a taxpayer, which I agree with. But their job is to protect and serve. Would you, if it wasn't you, and it was someone else that he had suspected to commit the crime, would it be okay for him to ask that person for an ID? Oh, of
then
course,
all of a
yeah,
sudden
because he's
it would.
protecting my family. But when he's asking you for it, you don't like it. That's a fucking hypocrite. He's trying to rule out process of elimination. It's not that fat white dude. It's that fat white dude. You understand? So what?
Isn't it the same like those people going, "Oh, abolish all police. Get rid of all police."
Christ.
What's the first thing they do when somebody's trying to break into their house or whatever?
Call
Call the cops.
That's it. That's it.
Because then all of a sudden they have to protect you. Oh no, it's this or the other.
That's why I hope
Choose
one
one.
of those days that one of those people that are so anti-cop, they call the cops and they're like, "Oh man, I really got to shit before I head over there." I remember this person. Yeah, this is the person that didn't give me their ID. So I got to pick up some donuts and George from the corner and just check on the local prostitutes. Make sure, just do your regular rounds Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I was doing other things. I was checking IDs of other people that actually give me IDs. So that's why I wasn't
Forgot
there on time. I apologize.
Forgot to tank the cruiser. I had to stop at the gas
Had
station
to wash
because it
the
was
car.
running on empty.
Had to wash it at 9 p.m. It was other things.
I kind of like it. Defund the police. Do it that way, and then privatize it, and then you have to do a subscription. So if you don't like the police, well, you can call them and can have your subscription number. Oh, we don't see you. We can fit you in. The first package is $120, and
I like that.
There next Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, see, I think that's a great. I feel like that is a fantastic thing. But
they do that though.
Do they?
Well, they prioritize, right? So, like, how many people call 911? They prioritize that. Like, obviously, somebody with
look. If you're calling 911 because there's a cat in a tree, I'm not coming out. I've got better. I don't like felines, right?
Got it.
Now, if you're calling me because someone got kidnapped 6 days ago, come down to the precinct. Obviously, you waited 6 days. So come down and fill out a fucking report. It's not an emergency right now. Yeah. So I like the idea of that, though. That's not bad. Say, look, we're not going to take money out of your taxes. We're only going to hire X amount of cops. And if 5% of the town gives us $2, we have one cop that's on duty. You want more? You got to pay more. And then you have a VIP status where you get robbed all the time, and the cops are just always at your house. I like that. That's nice. I'm just saying that's nice, bro. That would never fly, but I like that idea.
No way.
I like that. Pay $30 a month. You best believe they're gonna protect the shit out of your house. I was thinking if I was a millionaire, bro, like if I won the lottery, I legit would start my own security company. Like I would have security all over my fucking house. Everywhere. I maybe even tell the cops, hey, listen, and is this make a cop 30? Here's a good question. You see a cop, hear me out. You see him going up and down your street. You're in Belgium, you're in New York, whatever. You walk up to the cop and just, knock on the window. Well, he's just going to roll down his window automatically. And you put his hand in the car and just say, hey, well, I just watch what I'm doing with my hand now. And there's $200 in it. You put it on a dashboard. He said, do me a favor. Just when you make your rounds, do double around my house. Do you think him taking that money makes him dirty?
No.
By definition, yes.
Why?
By definition.
Why?
No, I'm not asking him to do a crime or let me commit a crime and not arrest me.
I'm just asking to make sure I'm safe.
Yeah.
Just
right, but you're tipping them. I think public service are not supposed to be tipped.
Okay.
Whoa.
Because then it's considered a bribe.
Why is that a bribe?
No, it's a service.
It doesn't matter. It's the fact that, hey, remember me? I gave you $200 last week.
Wait, but it's socially acceptable that a politician does it, but then a cop doesn't. He's also a public servant.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
What about the garbage man? Right? You don't think the garbage man's going to take a thing of cookies or money for Christmas for picking up your shit literally for the past fucking year? You don't think he can deserve a $10 tip? What do you mean it's not? Get the fuck out of here.
You're not allowed to. You're not
Come on.
No.
That's how they're not allowed to.
Get the fuck out of here.
But it happens.
Are garbage men not
it's
allowed?
Not allowed, but it happens. And nobody's going to
in New York City, a sanitational worker cannot accept money from anyone.
Spade, they may not be allowed to, but I give them.
No, you're right.
I give them every year, and everything I put outside disappears without fault.
Right. Okay, but what did you do, Matthew? You bribed him. You're not seeing it that way, but you gave him a little bit extra to say, hey, make this stuff disappear. I mean, I know it's your job, but go a little bit extra on
But if you look it up, hold on. If you look it up online, should you tip your garbage men? They say you should tip them $10 to $30 every Christmas. So, okay, but and there are laws that say you can't tip them, but is there a law that he can't take it?
Well, as far as I know from DSNY, you're not allowed to take the money because it's considered.
Is it
bribery.
what? It's what? Bribery? You didn't.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
that's how they see it. You're taking money, regardless of what it's for. They could be
Okay,
telling you
but
here, it's your
why-
birthday.
why-
So
Here's
what?
20
What if
bucks.
they found? Okay, using that argument, they find $500 in a trash can. The garbage.
No, that's
man,
different.
Right?
They find,
what-
you don't
what
know where
about
the money
that?
came from. You don't know where the money
That's
came from.
stealing. No, it was in my garbage can.
No.
That's stealing.
But the garbage is now the city's garbage.
So
Once
what?
you
He's
put it out
supposed to
to the
take
corner-
that $500 and bring it back into the city and not put it in his pocket.
No, but you could put it in your pocket. But
Okay, but you're saying it's
fine
against the
line.
law because he's a public servant.
Right? But it's a fine
I
line.
think,
It's like
first
our
off-
ethics with theirs.
Bullshit. I think if you gave a cop money, first off, you'd be hard pressed. I think I've never done this. I think the cop may not take it. I'm under the impression he probably would not take that. If you were cool about it and made it inconspicuous, he probably, like, if you put it in an envelope, he might be nervous to open the envelope. But no, I don't think a cop would take it. I don't think they would.
No,
I
wouldn't.
don't-
because if
I
they
don't-
were
if you're in a
found out,
Hold on. You're in Jersey Mike's, right? And the cop next to you is ordering his sandwich and you pay for the sandwich. Now what?
yeah, then you go, thanks for your service.
That's it.
He's not
That's
supposed
it.
to take
Now
it.
it's
No, cops
Now
will
it's not-
take it. I've been in that situation in Dunkin' Donuts as a
Right.
state police officer. Thanks, bro. But see, the
That's
thing
it.
is, they give you discounts though as the police, and go further into that is if I go, let's just say as a state trooper, we would go to Dunkin' Donuts that was by 95, so we would. Thank you, Mama. We would purposely watch that exit more than others because we knew that they were taking care of us. So does that make us shady? Probably.
Yes,
but
because you got
No.
something out of it.
No, but how is that different than tipping your waitress? How is that
But
different?
no, there's a different. Okay, see, tipping for you guys is
But you
different than
called it a
tipping over
bribe.
here.
But if you're tipping well, the next time that waitress is also gonna remember you and take care of you.
And
you
you're going to
bribe
bribe
her,
seriously
or did you
the same
tip her?
way.
Yeah, but did you
So
bribe
what
her?
John
or
said is
tip
a
her?
bribe.
But there's a difference though, guys. That's her
I
job. Her
think a
job
bribe
is to
is
make money off of
only.
tips.
Hold on. I think a bribe only concept. Here we goes with another definition. I think a bribe is only when you want something out of it, not thanking them for
Yeah.
what they did.
Mhm.
I don't think
But-
it's a bribe if you just hand a cop $200 because you're not asking for anything. It's just
In return.
But
But
who's
how
to
does the
say
cop
that you
wanna
won't
prove
ask them
that?
tomorrow? That's how the
well,
cop
then that's
might
on
see it.
you though. That's on you though. That's not on a cop. I thought you were just giving me. But if you gave a cop a box of donuts, no pun intended, he's probably going to take them.
He's most likely going to take them. Not probably. They most likely will take it. They
But
will take
what's
it.
the difference
It's-
between that and money? It's the same thing.
And is it a bribe or
You're
is
still
it a
bribing
tip?
them though.
I don't think it's a
regardless.
bribe. I don't get how that's a bribe.
That's how the government will see it as you're getting something. What did you do to get this? Why are you getting this?
Well,
Okay, think about it from a different perspective.
Well, hold
If I'm
on.
a
What about
monster-
when you used to work in the clubs, Spade? Okay.
Yeah.
So what about when a cop, which you see a lot of, off-duty cops come to be security guards because they have
Yeah.
the right to carry? And what about that?
Right.
Is that a bribe?
No, because that's a job. That's your off hours job. You're not doing it. You're not walking around in your police
And you don't
uniform.
think that cop, when he's on duty, is not watching over that club more? Get the fuck out of here. Of course he is.
I don't know.
Come
I
on,
can't-
bro.
I don't know.
That's
I
his
don't know
job.
that.
Like, it's his job offline, and obviously he's going to play favoritism to make sure that they're safe throughout the day.
Other way
Yeah,
around
sure.
as well,
I can
Jay.
see that. I can see
Let's
that
say-
happening. But again, it's
let's
still
say
a.
Go ahead, John.
You exit the club, Spade, and I tip that off-duty cop. Hey, good job taking care of everything. Here's the tip. Next time he's on duty, he pulls me over for a small speeding violation. You don't think did I
He's gonna
bribe
let you
him
go?
or did I just tip him last time? I didn't.
He's going to
That
remember
wasn't
you.
a bribe. Yeah,
He's going to remember you and
so
be
it's
like,
a tip.
get the fuck
It's
out of
not
here,
a
bro. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Stupid.
Come on.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah,
You
stupid.
paid for a service that's not going to happen to you, right? You paid so that way the guy can remember you. So that way,
No,
if you
no,
do
but
something
No!
stupid,
That was
No,
never the
no.
motivation.
That is what makes it a bribe. Now,
Right.
see, that's different. If you're expecting something out of him, going back to my argument, putting the money on there, yeah, I'm expecting something out of him. That might be a bribe, but using that argument of tipping the cop and you didn't know he was a cop or you knew he was a cop, you're not thinking of. But obviously, even us knowing this, I would still tip the cop in case if he ever does pull me over. So I have an agenda, like.
Right. So I'm not wrong.
But
I'm
when you
saying
tip
that.
people,
There's
you're going to
always
get
an
treated
agenda.
better. You don't think that if you tip your garbage man next year or that following year, they're going to make sure that all your shit is picked up? They're going to put your garbages back for you? Are you saying to do that? No. But you're saying, thank you for all the shit you've done. Here's $30. Boom.
Right.
I guarantee you they make sure that your fucking driveway is clear.
Yep.
I agree. I'm not saying
Every
no to
year.
that, but again, in its form, it's
That's
a
why more
bribery.
people should tip more. It's not bribery. It's bribery if you're expecting them to do something. If you're giving them money, you're appreciating what they've done.
Yeah,
Dude, and
you
our
get
garbage bags are
appreciation
translucent, so
because
you
of
can
that
see
tip.
through them. And I've put shit in there that's not supposed to be in there.
Right,
and
no,
it
just
disappears
take it.
every time.
I don't know what the fuck this guy's
So-
throwing away.
I don't see the difference because I see the situation exactly the same as the waitress. Because next time she will remember and she'll take better care of you. I didn't bribe her in doing that. It's just the appreciation from the last tip that's
Yes,
coming back
Absolutely.
to me. But she
I
decides.
agree with you
she
on that.
decides.
But with a waitress, that's her job. That's how she makes her money. She doesn't make
Yes.
money from the hourly wage at the restaurant. She makes her money from
that's your
hustling.
system.
What did you
Yeah,
want?
of
You
course.
wanted water? I'm going to go get you water right here, right now.
Yeah, but we're
A cop,
talking
on the
about
other
an
hand,
extra tip. I could do the minimum and then just cover her
Right.
wage. But if she's really good, I'll give her extra. And next time she'll remember. Same with the garbage. If they're shitty the entire year, I wouldn't tip them because I already know even if I tip them, it's not going to change because it's a mindset problem. It's not going to solve it.
Could you say maybe it's a bribe if you ask the cop to do something illegal or turn a blind eye?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
that's more what I think is.
that's 100%.
I don't think it's bribery if you say, look, can you just make a couple? I don't even think so. If you call a cop right now or call the police and say, listen, I won the lottery. Can you make more rounds around my house? Why do you deserve special treatment? Well, because people are going to fucking want to come to my house. And instead of me calling you every 5 minutes because I got 8 psychopaths, I'm just asking you if you can make some rounds. And when they come by, if you offered them lemonade or a sandwich, they're going to take it. So I don't see the difference between that or money.
Well,
I
doesn't
guess
that already
monetary
happen, kind
power
of?
is when you use it
Like
for
if you
anything.
take Beverly Hills, I'm willing to bet there's more cops patrolling Beverly Hills than
Oh.
the suburbs in.
Because they know that
Right.
they're going to get the Gucci purse that the wife doesn't want that they could give to the
Right.
wife. I don't think that's bribery. It's just it's a benefit of the job. And
It's a
is it
perk.
bad?
It's a perk is what you're
No,
telling me.
it's the same. Bribe could even work with food because it has to be by definition a gift or money. So it can be goods as well.
Yeah. In
So the
New York
sandwich,
City, you
still
can't
the
be a
same.
cop in your own neighborhood. If you live in that neighborhood,
Really?
you
That
can't
makes
be a
sense.
cop in. Yes.
Makes
You can't be a
sense.
cop
Yeah,
in
it
your
does make
neighborhood.
sense.
That's interesting.
And the reason why is because if I live, let's just say I live on 75th Street, right? And I'm patrolling the area of my neighborhood on 75th Street. If I see the deli, something's going wrong, I'm going to go there before anything else
course.
because that's the place that I go to, right? That's why you can't work in your
And
neighborhood.
yeah, and your neighbor you don't like, you're never going to go to the call.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, your house is on fire. Give me 20 minutes. I
Be right there. Be
got to
right there.
fill my
4 hours
tires
later.
up. They're a little low.
Or the opposite, you're gonna be sitting there watching him to
Yeah.
see if he does the
I
slightest
have a
thing wrong.
cramp. I have a cramp in my leg. I'll be right up. You're 6 floors up. Let me get through this cramp. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I thought of this the other day. This is kind of off topic, but so now we always say, or I always say that money buys happiness. I'm gonna redact my statement. Watch this. Money doesn't buy happiness, and money doesn't make people happy. Watch this. The things that you buy with money makes you happy.
It's the same thing. You're just being more detailed.
No,
it's
it's
the
not the same
opportunities
thing.
money creates for you to make you happy.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But the lack of money. Can
When's the last time you
punish
ever gave a waitress a $20 tip and she frowned? You go to anybody, bro. I'm serious. Go to anybody and hand them $20 and see what it does to their face. Anybody. Just walk down the street and give it to an old lady. What's this for? Because you're pretty. Now suck my dick. You know,
That's a bribe.
that is a bribe. You're expecting something for something. So prostitution is bribery?
Prostitution, yeah.
You don't
it's
think
just a
if
tip.
let's just say a prostitute, she's $75
That's her job.
for wait, hold on. She's $75 for the full ordeal, bro. Home run, first base, second base. I don't know why you're going to third, but you know, just everything. $75. You give her 150. You don't think next time she's gonna double take care of you? Come on.
But again, that's their job, though. They're making
No,
money.
her
off of
job is that $75, not that extra 75. She's gonna work extra hard for that.
She's gonna moan a little extra each time
Oh
you.
yeah, she's gonna
Straighten
stick a
your
couple
back.
fingers in your butt this time.
She knows your
True
name
friends
now, so she'll say it.
Yeah. Is that wrong? I don't think that's wrong. I think it's nice when I can go into a restaurant and she don't even have to come up to me. The only time she comes up is to deliver the food because she knows what I'm going to order. And she got that way because I gave her tips. She didn't get that way because it was like, hey, sweetheart, and then just round up to the nearest dollar and that's your tip. Yeah, okay.
But did you give her the
The
same
fuck outta
tip
here.
all the cent?
No,
Or was it a
sometimes I
one-time
gave.
thing?
Dude, we would go to Edison Diner every Sunday, and the order was $18.95. I give him $50.
Oh, every single time. So it's the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, $50. So it got to a point where after three different waitresses, they all knew $50. I know what he wants. He wants 2 eggs over easy, sunny side up. Let me see. It looks like a sunny side up day. Let's give him sunny side up. A couple pieces of bacon, a breakfast sausage, some toast, not extra burnt, some fresh squeezed orange juice. Done. You sit down in 10 minutes, your shit's ready. Plate's not even hot, just the food is. That's because you give them an extra tip. Is that bribing? No. It's just, I know that if you give somebody money, how much? You'll do shit. You saw the fucking lottery, what it's at? $860 million.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I was looking at the cash out. It's like $410 million. You taking 50%. And I thought about it. I said, if you cash out at $410 million, do they even take the taxes out yet, or do you got to hold that? Because I think the cash out is just the state taxes. I don't think that's federal.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, you still get charged tax.
Oh man, so you got to take that $400 million and stash 100. You're saying you get taxed when you get cashed out, or you're saying you get taxed in the year?
After. In the
Yeah,
year.
so you got to hold some of it, right? You got to hold 30%. So you're not even taking home $380 million. You're taking home like $250.
Yeah, I don't think so. But that's why to me it feels like
Still,
a
I mean,
like,
it's still
I'm gonna
$250
win.
though. I mean,
I'll take
look,
it.
I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. You want to take $100 million? I don't fucking care. Like people would complain.
It's not really my money, right?
Yeah, people would complain. Look, even if you won a lottery at $1 million, you didn't spend $1 million to get that million, so you still win, right? There's no
Yeah.
way you bought $1 million worth of lottery tickets. Give us a shit. You want to take 500 of it? Fine.
Yeah, but
That's
at that
okay.
point you're getting greedy because it's like, hey, I won $1 billion. How come I'm not getting $1 billion and I'm only getting $500 million?
You ever notice that if you look at people that win the million, like the lottery, they never do the full-time option. It's always cash out.
Because they don't know how long they're going to live.
That's what I'm saying. You might not make it another 40 years to collect that. Fuck that, bro. We'll give you $1 million a year. Okay, I'm not living to be 406. So just give me what you got. That's fine. And then if you die, does your family inherit that?
No.
It's not transferable. I don't believe so.
No.
Unless you
Yeah,
put
we
it
have
in a
this thing,
trust,
it's-
that's a different story because a trust can be transferred because you're part of the trust. But if you don't put that stuff in a
Bro,
trust, you're
I
not
know
going
you
to
guys
have
don't
it.
like talking about the lottery, but I think about this all the time. If you took $100 million and put that into a savings account, even at a 3% rate, bro, do you know how much money that is? It's $300,000.
Yeah,
3
man.
I
million.
just wouldn't let it sit there.
100 million? No, that's $3 million. $3 million you get to live off of.
You can live off the interest rate alone. That's it. Just think about that. After the first year, you can start living off of just interest. It's insane. It's a lot of money, man. You'll never have to worry about money unless you're spending $3 million every
I don't
month.
even, bro. We've talked about this. If you spent,
You can't.
$1 billion. Listen, even $1 million.
No, you could spend $1 million like this.
I don't know about in a day.
Really?
I don't
Oh
know.
no! Oh, you mean $1 million a day? Yeah, no, that's impossible.
Yeah, even
What
if
are
you
you
got
gonna
$1
keep
billion,
buying?
there's no way. $1 million a day?
No way.
I don't really
No
have
way. You don't have the
many
room.
things I want.
You don't have the room though. Even if you keep buying
room?
every single house on
Yeah,
your
even
block,
if you
you're
bought a
still not gonna
house,
have-
even if you bought $1 million house every day, that's only 365 million.
and those houses will bring you an income back because you're not going to live.
I
in
don't know
all of them,
how
right?
you would
You're gonna
waste
rent
that
them
kind of
out.
money, bro. I don't know how. Give it all away, maybe? I was thinking that if I gave,
Usually-
you know what's crazy is in America, I don't know how it work in Europe. What are you doing, Matthew? You bored? You chatting and am I boring you right now? So if you win the lottery here or any transfer of money, so let's just say I get that money, that counts as income. So now I'm taxed on that. Watch this. Let's say I give Alicia 20 million. She's taxed on that now. Now I already paid tax on that money, so it shouldn't be taxed again. So Alicia gets it, right? Then Alicia has to claim that as income. Now she gives some to her 18-year-old son. Boom, she's taxed on that. Every time, so you get money in America, you're taxed on the money that you get. You go buy something, you're taxed on that money. And then you're taxed on your land that you're on. Like, when do I get to not be taxed? Like, when does that happen? Because if it's
Never.
It's like I take that money, I put it into a bank account, I get interest, now I got to pay tax on that. What the fuck? I just
It's
paid
even-
30%
it's even
tax to
tax-
get that money.
It's even taxes within taxes because you bought your house. You bought the land your house is on. You paid for the land. You paid taxes on the land. Right?
Yeah,
But now you pay taxes every year to
Sure.
because of the land that you
Sure.
owe and you already paid taxes
Sure.
on. So it's multiple levels. It's not just it's a yearly thing. You've already
Yeah.
paid on it. It's the same here.
Same here.
Even what Bree brought up. Bree brought up, she said the business is taxed on the money that they give you. So your business is taxed, and then you're taxed for the money that your business paid you, right? So it's just tax on tax on tax on tax.
and it's the same thing in Europe.
Mhm.
Same shit. Every time that money
yeah.
swipes, that's nuts.
Just higher percentages, probably.
Yep.
That's insane.
Well, the
Yeah,
only
what-
way around
what
it
is
is
here?
just.
Up to 60% or something, depending on
60%.
Especially-
like
especially-
I think
and then
certain
if some- let's
bonuses
say-
if your board
Yeah.
pays you a certain bonus, up to 60% can be taken away in tax.
Yeah. Let's say with
Jesus.
overtime. And if you work
overtime.
more, you get, what is it, 45% taxed on that? So it doesn't really pay out to do extra time. That's why I usually, if I can, I'll save my overtime and then I'll stay a day at home. Because it makes more profit that
60%
way.
is ludicrous, bro. That's ludicrous.
Oh, I used to be-
Socialist country.
I used to be in the 55% tax bracket.
Yeah, nice. Me too.
That's crazy, bro. And where does that money
more
go? Do you
than
get any of it back at the end of the year?
No,
if you're lucky and you have a house which you can claim money back on the loan, maybe, but that's
you
now done,
can't
so it's not
anymore.
done
You
anymore.
can't anymore because
What do
there
you
No,
mean
was
you
a
can't
time when
anymore?
you yeah when there was a time when you had a loan for your house.
mortgage.
You could tell the mortgage. You could tell the taxes. Listen, I don't have that money. I had it as income, but I'm paying off the house. And they would say, okay, we can't tax that. You're already paying taxes on the house, so we're not going to pay that amount of your income on the taxes as well because it's already spent. Now they don't do that anymore. So you can't claim your house or your mortgage, and they just don't care. You're paying the full amount of taxes now.
Mm. Yeah, next time we have to pay personal taxes, I'm gonna be around 5 to 6,000 euros I have to pay.
The most amount I've ever paid the first year I worked because they
Do you guys
didn't.
have property taxes?
Yes.
So they tax you on your property that you live on? Is it a lot?
Yes. Depends on the house.
1,200. Yeah, that depends
Yeah.
on the house. For me, it's like 1,200 euros or something.
Oh, that's
That-
not. I mean, then again, I guess it depends on how big your house
Yeah,
is.
that's not bad. 1,200 euros? No. No.
Then-
I don't think that's...
Like water, how
Yeah.
many times do we pay taxes on the same drop of water? Like four
Yeah,
times?
But keep in mind the reason behind it that it's so low is because they're still working on it. In Belgium, they have a lot of older houses, but people buy those very cheaply and they renovate them. But then your overall estimate of the worth of your house goes up. And they've been working for this, let's say, 5 or 10 years to revise that law and send out people to do new estimates of the worth of your house. So that price that he's paying, 1,200 euros, my 1,200 euros, goes up because all the houses over here are worth more. Houses keep going up in price if you sell them, but the taxes stay the same. Problem is they don't have the personnel to do it because you would have to go in. How's the isolation in the house? Is it brick? Do you have good heating? Do you
Sure,
have
same here.
solar panels?
Same
It's
here.
a lot of work, and they don't have
Sure.
the money or the personnel to do it. But they
Yeah,
will
usually-
do it eventually.
Usually here in the States, it's based off the sell value of what the house is. So if you bought the land and it was, $5,000 and you could build whatever you want on that land, that property tax does not go up. It's what the property was worth when you sold it. Like the person that bought the house over there for 60,000, the property tax is like $1,800, which is nothing. And the house next to it that someone else bought for 400,000, the property tax is 12.
Well, here it's also proximity to stuff, right? If you're
Yeah.
living in a neighborhood
If you're
that's
closer-
close to public
How urban it
transportation,
is.
has
Sure,
a park,
yes.
has a
Sure.
so
Sure.
it also adds to the value of your.
Sure.
And then another thing is when a person dies, the amount of money you have to pay to the tax.
Yeah,
Like
the
if you're
inheritance.
still on
That's
an
crazy.
inheritance, but that money has been taxed their entire lives. It's just sitting on an account. So
Yeah, I don't think that's right, man. I'm surprised that nobody has done anything about that. Like some millionaire or some
I feel like they
senator.
try and they keep getting denied.
By who,
I
though?
don't know.
By who? If the people that are paying these senators off and these congressmen, hey, stop this. Like, here's some money to make this law happen, and you're obviously in the bracket. So who stops them? The poor people?
I think so because in my mind, Jay, the people that have that kind of money have good people around them that probably have accountants or that would have those
Well, look at
loopholes.
Trump. Trump with his tax
Yeah.
returns. Is you want to see my shit? Oh, he claimed this. Okay. I'm only doing what the law states, man.
That's it.
I'm
It's
the
legal.
president. I get it. I can only change laws for 4 years. So, But everybody wants to look at tax returns, how much they made. Why are you worried about what people are making? Because you're making less? That's the only time people worry about it. That's
Usually,
it.
because if
All the
you're
time.
doing great, you're not interested what someone else is doing.
You don't give a fuck
couldn't-
what's happening down the road. Okay.
We're kind of famous. We're kind of famous for finding back doors to laws, right?
Oh yeah.
Even to
Oh yeah.
even to the point where other countries go like, "Oh, we want a similar law or something," and they take notice of what happens in Belgium because, oh, it took us 5 years to close all the back doors and the loopholes. So
Yeah, but you guys got a lot of fucked up shit. Like you can't go buy a car with cash. You can't even go buy a TV with cash if it's over $2,000, right? 2,500.
No, the max is 5K. Or 3.
So if you go to a
3K.
store
Sorry,
and you see a TV that's $11,000, that's an expensive ass TV, by the way. $11,000. What do? You got to split it.
if you have more than one card, that's the quickest way to do it. Yeah.
What if you only have one card? Then what?
You transfer it. You can transfer it. Most stores you can transfer wire transfer it.
So you go into a Best Buy and you have to do a wire transfer to their bank.
And it happens
What the
at my
fuck?
shop all the time. All the time. People that
Really?
buy X amount of max and it's wire transfer. Yep.
That's crazy.
But here's
That's
the
crazy.
crazy thing as well. Usually they'll just take it with them. I'll take a copy of their ID. They have to sign the ticket, and then we'll just wait on the money. You're leaving with the stuff right away. I'll, as a business, have to wait until you transfer the money. So
Is
you're
the
leaving
transfer
regardless.
instant? Is it instant?
Well, over here, you can pay extra to have it instant. It doesn't always work. It kind of depends on the amount of money. If it's big enough, the amount, it's going to take 2 days regardless.
Wow. So you don't even leave with the product. You got to come back to come pick it up.
No, you.
Oh, he
as a
said you
customer
leave with it.
right away. You leave with it. I, as the business owner, have to wait 2 days for the money.
What's the proof that I sent you the money? Is it an email?
That I get it. That's the proof.
No, so you own a business. I come in there to buy a Mac that's 10 grand. I tell you I transferred money. That's enough? You don't need to see any proof?
No, that's what I'm saying. You're leaving with the goods.
Yeah.
I'll give you a receipt. You sign it that you took the goods with you. I'll take a copy of your ID, and if you don't pay, I'm just coming after you. It's fine.
Oh, so you could just go to like 10 different Apple stores or 10 different of whatever you're in, get 10 shits, and just bounce. Just leave.
Well, we
Right,
have
but then they're
all
gonna
your
come after you.
information. It wouldn't.
Yeah, but I'm just going to go back to America with all my Macs now.
But then they could tell Apple to red flag the cereals, no?
Yeah, lock these down.
Yeah.
What's up, Matthew? You ain't saying shit. What are you doing? You all right? You got poop?
He's winning the lottery. I just feel it that he's won and he doesn't want to share. How much did
I'd
you
share.
get? 200?
Not with everybody, but I'd share.
Oh, that's
I
right.
feel you there, bro. I feel you there. There's so many
But I
people
wanna-
There's so many people I would not remember.
Who are you again?
Not remember.
I mean-
Not remember. I'm sorry. Who are you again? I got
Wait,
nothing.
we've met?
I haven't seen you ever. You were at my wedding. Where? I don't see a picture.
If it was
Show me.
that
Show
one,
me.
I would share to certain people. I would.
Do you think any
If
of
I
us will
was
ever
in
win?
your- No.
Let's hope
If,
so.
Absolutely not. Go ahead. If you were
Thanks
me,
for the
go
vote
ahead.
of confidence.
if I were you, Jay, I would have some fun with it. Oh, I would do a stream. Oh, I want to see people crawl.
Oh, don't
Yes,
worry,
if
bro.
I had your
Bro,
money.
I've got like a whole plan set up, bro. Like a whole.
Pinwheel.
Yeah, bro. I know what you guys are saying. There's only 3 names on the wheel. I know. You're probably wondering why you're not on that wheel. It's because I don't know who the fuck you are. So I'm going to spin this now. And yeah, there's only 3 names, and I'm going to spin it 5 times. And every time it lands on that name, you get $1 million. What do I got to do to get on that wheel? You had your chance, bro. Oh, bro, I would have a field day with this shit.
I was actually
Jason
God.
other things.
Jay's an
I was
asshole. He's not
thinking
putting me on his
entirely
wheel.
Other thing, Jay. Entirely, I would have challenges on there. I don't know, cut your hair, cover yourself with poop, crazy shit. How much do you want?
been done.
How much?
Has it been done?
been
Now
done.
with $1 million, I don't think it's been done.
No. But the cover yourself in poop has been done. So
Oh, that one, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
She had a
think
really
of new
shitty
stuff,
situation.
and we're not giving you $1 million just to shave yourself. No.
So what's on the wheel? What is that, $5,000 a pop?
Yeah, let's start off small.
And what, they come
I
on the
wanna
stream
see
and
what
do it?
people-
Oh, yeah,
I
video
wanna see the
evidence.
Humanity. How much self-respect can I buy from people?
That's like Spade saying that he wouldn't. That your mentality right there is what that dude Drew was talking about last night. I think people would do anything when there is cash in front. I mean, anything.
Yep. And I want to prove my
Anything.
point.
Like, what's it worth to you? Oh, you'll do it for $10,000. George over here will do it for $5. So I'm gonna take George's option. I'm sorry.
bidding down,
It's more
bidding down. Like
Yeah, that's it. That's the game. See who wants to play. Dude, I feel
can
like
think
you
of
could do that with $30. You don't even need to be a millionaire. $30. If I had a stream where I figured out everything that YouTube would not allow me to do, and I made a stream doing that, just that. You come on a stream, you got to do this, and it's $50.
Do you think so? For that low amount of money, people are so entitled nowadays. I think you have to offer more. For some reason,
It depends
I
on what
think-
neighborhood
I
you
think
go
that
to.
way. Yeah, you're online.
And-
It's not a neighborhood. It's online.
Oh, he's not actually there. He's just okay.
Yeah, it's online, and then you come in the stream, and everyone has a
Well,
smartphone. You don't.
I
have
mean, people work for an hour and don't get $20. Not everybody.
That's what I'm
gets
saying. I
$20
feel like
an hour.
people would,
Yeah.
So,
bro. I almost want to try that. Like, figure out what you can and cannot show on YouTube, and just do a live stream of having a wheel like that. And I set myself up with $500. Spin the wheel. Who wants to come on here for this? I'll send the money to you right now.
can you change the
I'm gonna
delay
start thinking of
on your
challenges.
end, Jay?
Yes.
You can change it, like say, like there's a 30-second or a minute delay, so
Yes.
in case
And then
somebody
kill
does
the
something
feed.
stupid.
Yep. Kill the feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, here's
What
an,
Bree
already a good one. How much for waxing your and like the wax that they use to get the hair of your legs, to put that in your nose and then just pull it out? That's already a good one. It's gonna inflict some pain.
$7. I
The
think for
problem is,
$7,
the problem is
people
with
would
a
do
lot
that.
of the stuff, it has to be something that is like waxing nose hair. You'd have to have wax, So and it can't
Yeah.
do anything where it's physical harm, which would be the best part of it, because if something happens,
The eyebrows was funny, but I would go 1. You can't do 2 because then
Just
it's
one
symmetrical.
eyebrow.
Yes.
Yeah, but
because look
after
weird.
the stream, but then you do a thing where you say, "Look, I'm gonna check up on you. I'm gonna give you 50% now, and I'll give you the other 50% after you show me a week of you with the one eyebrow."
Yes.
I don't think they would do that for $50 though. To be honest, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I got $25 to
Nowadays,
shave
I
one
don't-
eyebrow."
Bro, there were
and then next
people
week I'm gonna
back in
do
the
the
day.
25.
There were people. Remember the chocolate haze dude, the guy that was black guy that had a full beard. I don't think you were around for this. And he made himself look like me with the eyebrows all on flake and my beard. He did exactly that. You know what he did it for? $25. People will do some wacky shit, bro. I'm telling you, people do some crazy shit for like $30, man.
I think this could work.
I think, and you would get money just from monetization alone.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Isn't this exactly
Go,
what
Matthew.
Mr. Beast does anyway?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go, Matthew.
Sorry,
Bye,
guys.
Matthew. You got to do what you got to do.
Go
Leave. Go. No, Mr. Beast is more like you're gonna have to center yourself, Jordan. He's more like pre-recorded shit like that. Do you have to go too, Jordan? Your party's coming soon.
Right.
How much time you
no,
got?
I don't have. I don't.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, this is more on a live case scenario. So this is right
Yeah.
now live. Live.
I think it needs to be live to have that edge.
Authenticity. It's authentic.
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
It's not pre-recorded. There's no cuts. This is raw. Go.
The problem is with showing. I don't know where the line is online, what you can show, what you can have a live nipple piercing. I don't know. Can you?
And then
show
how do
that?
you pick the people? That's the question. Like if there's 10 people that say that they'll do it, do you just come first serve?
No, I think you would start off. Let's say, I think that could work. You set out a challenge. Your offer starts off with, I'll give you 50. And it either goes up for certain people or it goes down for certain people. And then you pick, okay, you're going below my bid. I'll take the lowest one. And then you have to do it.
Sure. Okay. So people are the ones determining what they're willing to take.
Yeah.
That makes it more exciting because
I think what
anybody will do anything for $500, right?
Sure.
But if you sit there and say, "Hey, I want you to jump over this car and do a cartwheel and a backflip,"
Well, the problem is, what happens if someone gets hurt?
you didn't force them to do anything; they chose to do it on their own.
Yeah.
You're not. Again, you said, "Hey, this is on you. If you want to do it, go with it. I'm not going to
I
force
feel
you
like
to
you
do
need
something."
some type of waiver or something. In today's age,
Well, you wouldn't start off with something really dangerous.
yeah, like shaving your eyebrow or
Shaving an eyebrow.
Or-
if you manage to cut your eye while shaving your eyebrow, you shouldn't be on the internet. You shouldn't
like
even
maybe
have
clean out your
electricity.
ears with some earwax and you have to suck the Q-tip dry. We gotta just come up with really crazy shit that I don't think that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that. Like, you go ahead and then...
What?
You definitely need a waiver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in the day, there was a radio station who hosted a challenge for who could drink the most amount of water. They were drinking
Ooh, that's
and
dangerous.
drinking and drinking.
And someone drowned.
The mom, it was a mom, she went home and she drowned in her sleep. No one
Ow.
could save her because she was overly filled with water. They
can-
sued and
you
won.
can drown yourself.
Yeah, you can overhydrate. It even happens in
Yeah.
the military.
I didn't know that.
That's a dangerous challenge. We're talking about...
But the
Drinking
dangerous
beer.
ones are the ones that people would watch, one,
Or the
and
gross
two,
ones.
yeah, like ones that are, I think it's a good fucking idea. I think it's really good. It would be entertaining as all shit.
What is D Live's policies versus
0.
Kicks versus Twitch and YouTube?
YouTube, well, the D Live would be the most lax out of all of them. But the problem
Can you
is,
show nudity?
yes, the problem is, yes, absolutely, you can show nudity on D Live. Mature content only. Like flick your nipples and smack the screen. Yo, the
Nice.
amount of people you would have, but you can't monetize that.
I like the idea of people underbidding each other. That is hilarious. You
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
start
if
with
I start with,
500?
if I say this is $5,000, do I have any takers? And someone says I'll do it for $4,000. Okay, I'll do it for $3,000. Anybody for $2,000? Okay, anybody for $1,000? Now, what happens if you got 10 people that are willing to do it for $10?
All 10 of them go.
Or what?
Well, the first one that
anybody
says
for
it.
$5? H1. There you go. 30 seconds on
first
that
one?
guy.
Yep.
The
you
first
invite
one
them
to
on
show
live.
up gets it. The first one to join your live and show it off gets it.
I'd watch
So
it.
now it's a race.
This guy's saying that Admin Ross had fans break their 20K pianos or break their car windshields or stupid shit. Right, but what did they get in return, HH? Like what?
Yeah,
I love
50
your
bucks.
initials, by the way. I love it. But what was the reward? Nothing? Just to do it? Mine has a reward to it.
There has to be a reward. Nobody's going to sit there and say, "Hey, I'm going to go break a $20,000 piano just for shits and giggles," unless, of course, you're made out of money. That's a different story.
Yeah. And then why are you in the stream?
Exactly.
To do this challenge. I have a channel. I just break.
Yeah, see, that's
piano every
stupid.
week.
That's stupid. What he just said. Aiden paid for them the piano and money on top. That's stupid. That's dumb.
But if that's the
Because
case, I'll
now
go blow
there's
up my
no
car.
risk.
You're going to buy me a new car. Sweet.
Yeah,
I got money
I'll
on
blow
top.
that shit the
I
fuck
don't
up.
need anything.
That's dumb. It's costing you money. The idea is to make money and to get entertainment out of it. It's
Yeah.
not to waste
And
money.
it's not costing anything on the participant to join. Because in this case, I would need to have a TV or a car or a piano
Sure.
to break. But then there's no real risk involved because I'm already getting the money back. So what's the exciting thing about it?
And you go crazy and say, take a bat to your windshield.
Oh, you.
But what do I get out
Okay.
of it?
What do you get out of
use
it?
this
Whatever that
argument.
was $20. Bat to your windshield. You bid $20.
No.
But-
This is what Aiden Ross did wrong. You
But
have
it's
people
more for the
coming on-
windshield.
No, you have people coming on. The challenge is break your windshield. You have to introduce yourself. You get 10 seconds to just make an impression. And then the chat decides if the Jay will pay it back or not. Let's make it fun. Let's do it now. H1 if you want to get a
Wait.
new windshield for the
So
guy.
it selects somebody from the stream, and then
Yeah.
they come in and give themselves an intro. Okay?
Yeah.
And then people decide whether or not I pay for the windshield that he's going to break.
Yeah.
No,
and-
the winnings,
in
or the
the
winnings.
sense that he's getting the amount. You're setting out the challenge for this amount of money. You break something, but that's just you breaking the stuff, and then you give the responsibility back to the chat if we're gonna pay for the windshield or whatever he broke as well. Because the mindset is the challenge itself is not enough to cover the cost of what you're breaking.
The problem is, though, a lot of the stuff, you have to be careful about harm, right? You have to be,
Yeah.
it has to be stupid shit that like what happens if you do the cinnamon challenge and then someone fucking chokes on the stream? You know what I
You
mean?
could do other stuff as well. Make war paint out of your like wipe your ass and make war paint.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
So wipe shit
That's
on your
the thing.
face? Yeah, I feel like you need a team of lawyers and to...
Yes.
Because there's got to be a liability thing at that point.
Unless you have a contract that they docu-sign right before they get on. Sign this. We're not responsible
releasement of
for
liability. Release of liability.
They sign it, and then that's it.
And all kinds of fun challenges. Just piss yourself on stream, stuff like that.
Yeah, but see, a lot of those it's tough because the best ones are going to be the ones that are dangerous and crazy and funny.
Right.
I think of Jackass, right? Like those are all dangerous. They're all dangerous.
And what do they
So-
say right before you watch the show? These were all done by professionals, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
try
not
this at
having
home.
professionals. I'm having people that are just random Joes. You got to be creative with it, And it
Maybe
has to
ask
be
the
done
person,
live.
hey, what would you
It
do
has
for
to be
$50?
done live. Because that
Yeah, that
adds a true authenticity to it.
Or what if you turn around and say, okay, let's say for argument's sakes, I turn around and I go to Jorn. Jorn, for $50, I will
do it.
shave my eyebrow. And he turns around and says, yeah, but I'll do it for 25. Right? So
Yeah.
now it's a bidding war between the two people, and then chat says they choose who is going to do it. And then you could either give him the 25 that he wanted, or you could be like, you did such a good job, here's 50 instead.
Yeah. It's not a bribe, it's a tip.
It's a bidding war. It's a bidding war. There's a difference. But they're bidding down, not up. Because you're not telling the person what to do. You're asking the person, hey, what would you do for $50?
I mean, you can even do a releasement of liability like a simple video thing. Of if anything happens, the delay would have to be serious, though. It would have to be like a 2-minute delay, a 5-minute delay.
Okay.
Yeah, because if something does happen...
Can you give that order to the bot? That every single time it just posts that message over and over in chat as well. So you start the video with the warning label, and then you have the bot in the live rolling over, just telling them, okay,
Yeah.
this is...
But would that be legal, though? Would that be?
Yeah.
Can you consider that as? Something
I think them coming on a video saying that they agree that anything is this, if anything happens to you for any reason whatsoever, that I or the platform that I'm on is not any reason
responsible
to anyone whatsoever.
To anyone at any time. That no one is responsible for your own actions, and you say, yes, I agree, state your name.
That's like a clause, right? Like that's ironclad right there.
Yeah, I don't know what else you want. That's video proof of you saying I do some stupid shit. This is on me. I don't think that's ever been done. Because you're not giving them money for the product. You're just giving them money to do the action. And it's a matter of how far can you take it. Bodily fluids.
Mm-hmm.
You know where you could really get away with it? On one of those adult sites.
Yeah.
Really? Because anything goes there, right?
Rhymes with corn nub.
Right. You could do anything on there, so it doesn't really matter, right?
But does it have...
But how do you
advertise
on that? Like, how would you not advertise?
You don't need to advertise. You just...
I mean, monetize.
Oh.
But does it have a live function? I don't...
Yes.
Like with a chat and everything? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
That seems odd.
Nice.
To be
Everyone's
in a live chat for that. GG. Nice penetration, bro.
That was a ricochet.
Would be great.
That was a ricochet. Didn't penetrate. Look, I got first place. You're the only place, bro. you're the only one in the chat. I think it definitely could. It definitely could be done because it's not a giveaway. It's not a sweepstake. You're not gambling. I feel like my best bet would be to contact Twitch and be like, here is my idea, or YouTube. Here is my idea. Is this allowed?
It should be, because if Mr. Beast can do it with pre-recorded, there should be no reason why you can't do it live.
I think that's the part, Spade. It's pre-recorded. So let's go over this. He has this challenge. Don't you think if something happens in that challenge that isn't allowed, they just cut it out? That's the purpose of a pre-recording. You can still edit it out.
But you don't know that he did something, though. It's not like he's advertising the fact that, hey, I did something and it didn't count.
Never see that, so you would never break a rule because you just send it over to YouTube. Is this allowed?
Right.
And then you upload it. Yeah, but you don't have that luxury when doing a live.
Yeah, there's also a thing, and if nobody else is doing this, why is nobody else doing it? That's the next question. Did no one else
Monetary. First off, would be monetary because not everyone could sit there and say, "Hey, I'm going to pay people to do stupid shit, and I'm going to have the hopes that I'm going to make money off of the monetization off of it."
You have to have money to then give it to the
Right,
audience to do
exactly.
those challenges, and most people are not making any money to begin with.
Correct. That's why they're in these
Yep.
challenges.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when
I'm
you
just saying
upload a
as content
video,
creator.
you don't see this on your end. So when you upload a video on Twitch, right, for the monetization section, and then you can select what is in that video as to why it will or will not be monetized. And the more selections you do, and depending on the severity of the selection, let's just say stunts, you can say harmful or dangerous goods. And then you say what is harmful. Are you talking about it? Are you doing it? Then it would be limited ads. So, I mean, it could be as simple as just looking at what can be monetized. The argument would be as simple. You do a test run, right? Here's the best way to do it. You do it with a hazer that I would trust. So, Jordan, this would be you, right? Or Spade, just somebody that I can 100% trust, that I know. You know, what? And then obviously it would be set up, but it would be to see if YouTube would flag that. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Next. What are you what now? I wouldn't tell you what we're doing. I would just say these are the options. You understand? If they monetize it, okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Go.
Now push that boundary a little bit further. Okay, this was no good. They pulled this. I got a strike for this. Okay. And then
We
at
can't
that
do that.
point, then at that point, you know, okay, that's the extreme. So that's a way to test it, would be to have a test run and see, you know, we do it with at that point, it is a little unfair, but it's no different than Mr. Beast, where I have select people that are going to do it. And say, look, I have 5 hazers here. We're doing a test run to see where we go with this. And then you can have premium viewers decide their fate. So if a person is willing to do one of the options for amount of money the viewers are paying to watch, can vote on what they have to do.
Ooh. Looks like we're getting our
Your
balls
fate
wet.
is in. Your fate is handled by all the viewers.
It's kind of like the movie Condemned, right? Or where the people decide what happens.
Hopefully with less death in it.
Oh, last thing
Right,
you want
like-
is death, bro. Especially just starting. Especially if you're just starting out. Yeah, I don't know, Brie, if that would be allowed, because then those people have an option. No, it's not gambling. They're just picking the fate.
They're donating to the cause.
I don't even know what kind of
Wonder what
lawyer
the
you would
first
reach
challenge
out
is
to
gonna
for
be.
this. Like a personal injury lawyer.
It has to be personal injury. There's nothing else. Who are you gonna? Either that or an entertainment lawyer, and see what the entertainment lawyer says.
And that only counts for the participants that are also residing in the US, right?
Yes. So
Yeah,
you can't
that's
have
the next
anybody
thing
in,
is
let's say-
you're not. Yeah, because you'd have to know the laws of every one of those states or countries of what their laws stipulate.
Yeah. I think you should only contact the US. It's probably more strict in that sense.
Yeah, I would think so
The rest
too.
of Europe isn't too happy. It's not gonna happen. It's just not.
What do you mean if they lie though? Lie about what? He's got to have to give them the money somehow, right? So the money has to be transferred into some sort of U.S. account.
No.
Yeah, and obviously you got to be 18 years old. You know, you have to be an adult.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into that. It's not as simple as just, I think I'm going to do this.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting New Year's Eve stream.
Oh, he's starting it today. Okay.
Oh yeah. 10, 9, 8.
What would you do, Spade, for $500?
Eat a fish stick. Tell him you'll eat a fish stick.
That means that Jordan's going to do it for 200.
Oh, wait a minute.
How
I
would he-
like that, Brie. Hold on. I like that. So what is it? Random people. So it's random people. Okay. We'll talk about this. It's 3 hours deep. We're gonna talk about this. If we did that, I like that because then only patrons will be able to watch it. So you have to catch it live or be a patron to watch it.
Right. That works.
That's it. Like that is the option.
I noticed you never answer, Spade. What would you do for $500?
I don't know.
Shave your beard. How much?
No, not for 500. No.
How much?
It's got to be like
$2,000?
It's gonna
Get
grow
the
back.
fuck out.
It's not like-
$2,000? Bro, I'll shave my asshole on stream for $2,000.
Yeah, but because I'm thinking all the 7 years that this took to grow, it's like
Do you trim the dead ends?
yes. Or else it would have been a lot longer.
So how much would you charge to shave your beard?
Jesus Christ, man! It's only a beard.
Or
It's not like you're sacrificing
grand?
your newborn.
How about
$4,000.
you, Jordan, to shave your beard?
Clean shaven. $20.
I guess Sean is doing it then.
I mean,
That's
I
the
can
end of
get
that.
back.
That's
I can
That's
get
it.
that back in 6 months. It was never that long to begin with. It just kind of stops growing after a while. But you know,
yo, my man said 20 beans. That's it, bro. Wow.
it'll grow back. It's just there.
Yeah, I understand that, but it took 7 years to. That's a long time, man.
Yeah. I can
You know
see
what we
that
could
you
do
would
is
go
we
from-
could start. So I would not tell you guys, right? What we could do is we could do this 2-3 times a week, an hour stream. And I have a list of things. And I go down it one by one. And there's 5 of us. And if a guest wants to join in and says, I'll do it right now. You know? And then we're playing with it. We're not hardcore with it yet. But it's just us. And you know, none of us are gonna do shit. So if that list and we're willing to do that with crazy shit, you get something out of it. And it could be fun and entertaining. It's not outside of society, that's something else. I'm just saying that this is the wild and wacky Wild West.
Yeah, and you could play with it. Let's say you give the challenge. None of us wants to do it. Then someone in chat will jump in. That's the guest, and he will do it.
That's it. Yeah,
Because-
that works.
Like Spade now said with his beard, he said 2 or 4K. I said, I also want to do it for 4K, nothing less than that. So everyone sticks with 4K. Eventually, someone will show up in chat and say, I'll do it for 25.
But there has to be specifics, though. Like it has to be somebody who doesn't have as short as beard as Jay, but
Right.
it has to be longer than
yeah,
than
yeah.
5
Matthew
inches.
and as long as mine.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So there has to be some sort of,
Yeah.
regulations.
Stipulation.
Short,
Stipulations
And
that
he really
really-
wants to do it.
stipulations.
If you want to get the money, you also shave your head. Solved. Problem solved.
Or wax it.
Oh, I was thinking about that. Waxing your balls on stream. That's
You think that would hurt? You think it would hurt?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah?
I think it'll hurt more here. I think your face would hurt more than your balls.
I think the problem is with the balls, you'd have to dip them in the wax.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Number
You know what I mean?
one.
Like you're not gonna
Plus-
paste it.
Yeah.
The second, I don't know your
Bree
balls.
said they're too stretchy.
That's exactly the same thing I was gonna say. This is not that stretchy.
Yeah, they
so
don't
you
get
just
like
pull
that
it off.
gives. Like if you pull that, you're gonna pull your
Oh.
sack off.
Yeah, I'm not paying extra for that. I'm not paying.
I don't know. I almost would try that. I don't know. I don't think it would hurt because if you take tweezers and pull out a hair, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, but you're talking about a couple of hairs. You're pulling it. Yes, you're right.
I mean, I don't know how hairy your balls are, but I got maybe
I'm
25
saying it's not that
hairs.
hairy.
No, that's true. Well, if I don't trim it, I can get it as hairy as the beard that Spade has. If I don't keep up
But
with
it's
it,
not as thick.
It's not thick though and robust and
Right.
precocious. It's just
Long.
sporadic and wispy.
Yes.
long and it's bushy. I mean, you would have to look for the small peepee for a while before you could find it. Like it's a small forest. I wouldn't say
You're saying it's
rainforest,
not
but
the
it's up there.
Ardennes, it's more the outskirts of the
Yes.
Ardennes forest. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a beautiful bush,
Okay.
but
All
not
right.
trimmed. So no Mexican has ever touched it.
Okay, so just a wild, sporadic.
Yeah.
Like you can even do wax your nipples. Like there's a lot that you could do that's not.
would
You know what I mean?
I think that would
Oh,
hurt
bro,
more
I
than
don't
you
know. I don't. If you said to me how much for me to wax my nipples,
thought. 4K. He would say 4K. Just
I'd
say
say,
it.
no. I would probably do it for 500. 500 cash to wax my nipples. To put wax around my nipples. $500. Yes, I would do it.
I don't want that person putting the wax on you because you're going to be slapping that
Then
person.
it also
No, because it's warm, isn't it? Isn't it hot?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot. Yeah. Don't.
Oh,
really
you
have-
got
wouldn't say
waxing stuff at the
warm.
house right now, Join? Because
No,
you seem to
unfortunately, I
know.
don't.
Then how do you know that it's warm?
No. So my mom used to do it as a job. I was the person that mixed the stuff together and
nice.
heated up. So I know
Okay.
how it works.
Oh,
I know how
okay.
it
You're
works.
helping me out for the next stream. Got it. Okay. So it's not that bad. It's not that hot.
Oh no, you wouldn't burn yourself, but it's I would say lukewarm.
So if you
Lukewarm,
were to put
and
it
you
on
can
your
still use it.
nipples,
Yeah.
what? Would it cause a sore, or it would just be?
The ripping is the only thing that's gonna hurt.
You
the-
just
the-
don't get the
the-
wax
the
on the
skin is-
nipple though, on the areola, and it won't hurt. You just make sure you cover. Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt. Applying it's not gonna hurt. It's the ripping part.
Could you
that's gonna
rip
hurt.
the nipple off? No, right?
No.
No.
It could bleed a little. That's all.
But that's only if the
Because you're
wax stays
ripping
on
the
too
hairs
long,
off.
right?
No.
Oh, it's the hair.
you
If the
do-
hair comes out and
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, it can bleed a little, but not that bad. It's just, I don't know. It kind of depends how much hair you have around your nipples. I've seen some hairy people.
Yeah.
You are fine. No.
I got a lot
that's
of
gonna
hair. I got a
be-
lot
no,
of
that's
around.
still fine.
Yeah.
That's still fine. I've seen people where you can't even find the nipple. So if you apply wax, that's double layer wax you have to apply to get that hair off.
I think this would be a fun stream.
Oh yes. And people love misery and drama, so
I've never waxed any. I've waxed my eyebrows. You know, it's not. I actually like the feel of it coming off. I think it's relieving. Would it hurt to wax your
arm.
face? Your whole beard? And could
oh,
you
yeah.
wax
I would
your
think so.
face?
yeah.
Especially
Yes.
under here, it's going to hurt a lot. Over here, I don't
Yeah.
think as much.
Well,
'Cause
what
over
would you
here
do?
is like
Just you
eyebrow.
wouldn't even trim it if you just put the wax on it. Just put hot wax and then just put the paper on it. Would it grab it all?
Yes, I would
One-
believe
Not
so.
in
One
go.
coat?
Not in one go.
No, not
You
the
have to
whole
apply
thing.
multiple times. You have to apply multiple
Yeah.
times to get that.
Well, after the second time or third time, would you even feel it anymore? It would be numb like a tattoo, right?
Yeah, it would just be hot. It would be like a tattoo. The skin
Alright.
would be red hot.
Okay, I'm gonna set up a list of all the things that we need for a stream, and then we'll go from there. I feel like Matthew will do none of this. By the way, I feel like he's gonna be the party pooper.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna set up a list. I'm gonna let you know we're gonna do our first stream.
So Spade, get like a shaver or something. It's coming off.
I don't know about that.
It's
$4
just
grand.
appears.
It's
It'll
fucking
grow
crazy.
back.
$4
It'll
grand,
grow
bro.
back.
$4 grand. I feel like someone would cut a testicle out on stream for $4 grand.
No
$4
way.
grand.
Nobody's doing that.
Bro, $4 grand. People do it for free.
They have problems then if they do it for free.
And then that's a perfect candidate to come on my shows if you got problems.
Yes.
There you go. Now looking for these candidates.
Yeah. Low self-esteem, maybe some childhood trauma.
Willing to experiment a little bit. All right, so I'm going to set this list up. I'm going to sign off. Guys, thank you. 3.5 hours. We were supposed to do 2 hours. I don't know what the fuck happened. You're going to party for your New Year's, right? Because we're going to do... You doing your party for New Year's, or you staying home? What are you doing, John?
No, I'm staying home. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
It was only Matthew. It was only Matthew that had.
Oh yeah, you and the wife. You
engagement.
said you're gonna have some drinks and
Yeah.
stick each other's
Just at home.
fingers in his butt. Okay.
Nice.
Sweet.
Hey,
It's
without a
party.
challenge. It's just doing it for
It's
free.
just free. I like it. Record it. Send it to me. I'll use it. I can use content. I'll say they did this for free. What are you willing to do?
While shaving my beard.
Nice. I like it. Multiple challenges in one. If people
that
could do those
money.
stupid fucking Tide Pod challenges and those Ice Walk challenges, and they're doing it on their own accord, I don't see any different in me giving you money to do it.
Right.
I agree. I agree.
That's it. Okay. Thank you guys. Hopefully you have a good New Year's.
You too.
We're doing the vocals a little later. Bree's doing her Beat Saber, but you guys are beautiful. Thank you for coming, and I will see you guys later or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, 2024.
Happy New Year.